because people don't like Atari 5200, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. That's my only guess, is because they're all 5200, and 5200 just doesn't have a lot of interest, right? That's my only way I can say why they do them all together. You have a Dragon Quest 1 of what? Thane. Yo, 7th Stroff, welcome in, dude. He just watched yesterday's stream. He said the first print Zelda's for Famicom Disk System say Famicom Disk System yellow, later prints are white. Yours doesn't say Famicom Disk System at all.
$1,100.
Are you in the Discord, 7th? I'm not sure. It has to say you have Famicom Disk System logo with no words. You have a CIB of Zelda? A CIB of Famicom Disk System Zelda? Default gen. Can you say what might be going on there? You have one of those awful looking sample prototype cards. You think Dragon Quest 1 card is a store sample and not a prototype. That sounds cool. That sounds really cool, thing. Another group lot of 5 Atari 5200 and 1 ColecoVision and 1 Intellivision prototypes here. And 1 promotional card, sorry. One of them's a promotional. What the heck is here?
Fair warning. $1,700.
Star Wars the arcade game on Coleco, 2 versions of Ball Blazer for the Atari 5200, Rescue on Fractalus, and Star Wars the Empire Strikes Back, all in prototype. And then you get a special Atari 5200 cartridge created as a press pass for an Atari and Lucasfilm's media event. That is actually kind of cool. I'm guessing it's the middle one there. Kind of neat. This is the first Lucasfilm game stuff. Cool lot. The Star Wars stuff is trash. Dragon Warrior 1 HP I saw. Dude, I think that the biggest sale yesterday, Retro Habit, absolutely was the Resident Evil at $125,000. Then it was actually the Legend of Zelda sketch by Shigeru Miyamoto for like $87,000. That was number 2. Kind of nuts. The Mega Man games on Game Boy went crazy at like $40,000 each for Mega Man 4 and Mega Man 5. Yeah, there was some good stuff yesterday. Yeah, 7th, you'd have to share a photo there of your copy in the Discord or somewhere. I don't know enough to tell you what you got there on the top of your head. The group of 5 Atari prototypes in the promo cartridge for $3,000. Welcome to NES, everybody. Dude, I think this is highest grade on Dragon Warrior 1 screenshot, though. I think that's why it's sitting at 4.5K. I don't think there's a 9.8. Only 1 copy's graded higher. Shoot, okay, there is. There's one 9.8 out there. So that's the thing with the 1 HP first print Dragon Warrior, like, it's genuinely difficult in really high grade. 9.4A plus last sold for like $2,400 back in November of 2 years ago. Geez, 2024. So the first print sold 2 years ago for $7,800. There's the first print right there. The only first print 9.8 that exists for $7,800 2 years ago. So you know what I mean? What do you want to do there? It's going to be expensive, man. Heroes of the Lance for $750. Adventure Island is a 9.8A plus here, pushing its way to $1,500. Really curious to see how the 1 to 5,000 range does today. Based on yesterday's results, I do expect that today should be decent overall, at least. 2 years ago, same 2 years ago, same variant sold for $2,600. No, sorry, that was a 9.8A plus. I don't have a recent comp for this. 9.6A plus was $1,000 in October, so here's the 9.8A plus selling for 16. Keep going, 18. Pushing. It's beating a comp from July 2023. So we're getting there.
Fair warning.
Miyamoto was by far the nicest piece from yesterday's auction. You think most of us didn't know what to expect price-wise on it, and a lot of us were keeping quiet, thinking you might have a chance. It's funny, there are multiple of you guys who are apparently willing to pay $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, like, geez, you know? I didn't know what to expect either out of it, but it's like, the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons sold for about half of what you paid, the 9.6A plus for $750. Ouch. 9.68 plus last sold. Is it the same copy here from back in June? Indiana Collection?
Fair warning.
June 2024 for 1156.
Next lot.
Tonight, 750. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. Adventure Island 2 for 1,700 bucks there. Adventure Island 3, 9.68 plus. Adventure Island 3 actually is a little bit more rare, a little bit more valuable, even as a cartridge. We'll see if it gets a little bit of love here. Last 9.6A plus. I don't have a quick comp for it. Only really old data. 9.8A plus was 2,600 2 years ago. This copy right now is like 1,500. Doesn't seem bad. Why'd they make them thick in the third game? Man's been eating. Man's been eating. Adventure Island 2 went so cheap. Really? At 1,700? The last 9.6A plus. Just from like... Oh no, that's a year ago. 9.68 plus a year ago is 1,200. Jeez, man. Where's the love for Adventure Island here? I agree, dude. I didn't realize like 1,700 for this was just not a good sale. Adventure Island 3, 1,500 bucks. Lolo, the 9.8A plus. Lolo. Hopefully someone here grabbed the Adventure Island 2. Lolo, yeah, Lolo. The funniest guy in gaming. You decided you wanted all of the NES AD&Ds and then you decided you didn't. Honest to God, I think you made the right choice though, Big Box, to move on from it. Like, as cool as the AD&D games are on NES, you know what I mean? I don't think they're getting any more popular anytime soon. They're cool. They have really cool cover art. If you have attachment to them, that's neat. I also, back, when I was doing CIB, I think I even kept my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons games. I think I still only 3. I think I still own 3 of them. CIB for NES. So, Lolo, 9.8A plus here is pushing its way to almost 1,300 bucks. The last 9.8A plus. They're showing me a comp from all the way back in 2020 for $1,700. Jesus, man. The price of Lolo has almost not moved.
$1,000.
Yeah, it's Lolo. It's Lolo. Lolo. The price of Lolo has almost not moved in 6 years. $1,700 back in 2020. $1,250 today. Same grade. That's crazy.
Fair warning.
I mean, I'm sure during 2021 there was some booms and busts. You know what I mean? But like, in a 6-year time frame, if you just woke up from a coma, like, oh boy, I can't wait to see how my Lolo investments are doing. Absolutely nothing. Post a pick in anywhere. Just post a pick 7th. Post a pick in general market. Post it in show off your stuff. Just post a pick. Let me know where you post it. Battletoads, 9.08 plus. Lolo was a good price for a 9.8 since no one cares about it. Again, right, I think Lolo actually does have some NES fans. I think this game does have a bit of a cult following. There's 3 freaking games on the console, right? Lolo had some fans. It just, I don't know. Oh, you bought it, Jonathan. There we go. Batman Return of the Joker, 9.8A plus for 1,600 bucks into Battletoads, 9.0A plus, PSA graded, pushing its way to almost $1,800. The Toads are just cool, man. 9.0A plus, same grade sold last year. What was the comp there? Same grade sold last year in May for 2,000 bucks. Today it sells for 1,750. Down a little bit even on Battletoads. Maybe a little bit surprising to see Battletoads waning. One of the more popular NES games for sure. Meme culture, whatever you want to say. Simon's Quest 9.6A++ early production copy. The last one sold November for $3,750. Right now we're looking for $3,000.
Fair warning.
Beautiful copies of Simon's Quest here. A little bit down on Simon's Quest as well. $31.25. So far, I think there's deals going around on day 2. Am I crazy? So far, I think there's some deals going around on day 2. The PSA Premium is alive and well on Pokemon stuff, like 100%. Pokemon stuff is doing really well so far. Yeah, I think... I don't know enough. I don't know if it's on the manual that it's supposed to be 7th and you're missing the manual, or if... why it doesn't have the text there. It's funny, I've actually never owned a CIB. I've never owned a CIB Famicom Disk System game. Hopefully someone else saw those photos there or can pipe in Japan Game Pumping there. Disney's Darkwing Duck, the 9.0 for $1,200. DuckTales 9.0 as well for $1,700. The last sales on DuckTales. Last sold for $1,700, a CGC copy. January of this year. Here's your PSA copy for $1,750. So, I mean, this PSA copy just sold for $75 more than the last CGC copy. Is that a pump? Is that a nice PSA premium right there? Donkey Kong Classics 9.8A plus early production copy, circle seal there on it. So, PSA pump, man. Yeah, sorry I can't give you a definitive answer on that. I just don't know enough about it myself. I just know yellow is early and white is later. But yeah, the PSA premium on Pokemon stuff, absolutely, dude. I personally wouldn't even sell a Pokemon game right now without churning the label to PSA. Here's the Dragon Warrior, the 9.6A plus 1 HP, first production copy. No bids. No bids. There you go, old fireworks collector. You said it was high at $4,500? No bids on the live. $4,500 is what it sells for. Still a great sale for the 9.6A plus. Like, that is strong for Dragon Warrior first print, but yeah, no live bids. Friday the 13th, 9.8A plus. The last 9.8A plus was from November for $2,000. Yeah, that's that November auction, man. That was that November auction that like, you know, myself and Henry were like, holy fuck, it was bad. A 9.8A plus of this sold for like $2,000 there. This one, 9.8A plus, just sold for $1,750. I knew that Friday the 13th was dirt cheap last time it sold too. It just was. 9.4A G.I. Joe The Atlantis Factor, pushing its way to only $500. Isn't that, like, what? $550 for G.I. Joe? 9.4? What? Am I crazy? Isn't this as much as a CIB costs? Is Atlantis Factor down bad, man? $550 on Atlantis Factor. That has to be cheap as fuck. Maybe I'm tripping. That seems really cheap. The Goonies, $1,600, 9.2A plus into Jaws, 9.8A plus. The CGC sticker special from the Dallas Fort Worth collection, baby. Here it is. Here it is. Beautiful copy of Jaws, 9.8A plus. Pushing its way to $1,750. Very cool. Very cool. It last sold. Oh my god. They must have been at the auction. At the actual Dallas Fort Worth signature auction, this exact same copy sold for $4,125. Almost a year and a half ago, give or take. $4,125. Seventh.
I appreciate the info.
Dude,
on the pizza.
I didn't even give you an answer. The FDS logo should be on the manual. There we go. Thane has the answer for you. So here's the manual, which has it. So you have the little insert thing. I think Thane has the correct answer there. I'm glad someone could help you out. I appreciate it, dude. I genuinely might get Domino's tonight. I need to get some supper after the auction, so... $2,400 today. So that is from August of 2024. $4,000 down to $2,400 today. It hurts. It hurts to see. It hurts to see. So very cool copy of Jaws, but that I don't got nothing. It just hurts to see. Jaws collectors in shambles. Go with Papa John's instead. We don't even have Papa John's, Sean Key. I don't think I have a Papa John's in Regina. Do I have a Papa John's here? Papa John's, Regina. I don't think we have it. Order Papa John's of Quant Street. Takeout, Albert. Oh, we do have Papa John's. I've just never eaten it. Why is it giving me Little Caesars, though? Is Little Caesars the same shit? There's Papa John's. We have a couple, I guess. I didn't even know we had Papa John's in Regina. I think it's out in the East End, and that's why I don't know. I don't think it's near me. I've never had Papa John's, funny enough. Yeah, Papa Greg's Pizza. Legend of Zelda 9.4 third print? Right there? Beautiful, beautiful for $1,500. Those are just really nice CIBs. Might have been a second print, actually. Oh no, it was a third print. 9.4 third print and a 9.2 third print. Very odd to have them both in the same auction, in my humble opinion. But here they are. 1,500, and this one here is pushing its way to 1,000.
Fair warning. 900.
Jaws is devolved by Atlas? What do you mean, Supyo? You had Domino's earlier and did the Fat Man special of also getting some ice cream with it. Let's go. Man, I've been craving a blizzard so bad. I don't know what it is. Maybe just like there's slightly nice weather out there. But like, I got hit with the DQ ad, man, and oh, fuck me, I'm in. I'm trying to be healthy, though. Oh, developed by Atlas. Really? I didn't know Jaws was developed by Atlas. That's sick. Imagine if Jaws actually had Atlas on the box instead of LJN. Could you imagine, Supyo? Oh my god, the collectors.
$3,000, $4,200.
Zelda, $1,500 there for the the third print 9.4 and $1,100 for the 9.2. Like I said, just having both of them back to back seems like Zelda overkill to me. Same variant, almost same grade, but neither here nor there. Zelda 9.0A+. If you want to get into the May Goldin auction, the video game elite auction, I think it's going to be video games only. If you want to get into that, they are not allowing the same grade, same game to go in. So if you want to sell some stuff at Goldin auctions in May, reach out sooner rather than later, because they're not going to double up. They're not doubling up like that. It's a hard set rule. There might be like very different price ranges of the same game, but you're not going to have a 9.4 and a 9.2 in the same auction of the same variant. Not happening. So if you want to get into there, reach out sooner rather than later. Peter at Goldin.com.
$1,100.
9.0A+ Oval Zelda is $6,000. That hurts. That's expensive. I think this is very expensive, isn't it? For a 9.0A+?
$300.
9.2A+ back in October was $7,000. This just sold. Jesus, yeah, this is. Why is Zelda doing so well? It sold amazingly well on Goldin 2 last time. Not to keep pumping Goldin, but like, Zelda is doing very well here. This 9.0A+ selling for almost as much as the last 9.2 did on Heritage back in October. What was the one yesterday? Yeah, it wasn't giving me the comp for that. Let me just take a peek here if I can find it. Yeah, people thinking it's actually gold on the cartridge.
Next lot. $1,100.
Most recent. What'd Zelda sell for yesterday? 9.2A+ went for $8,700. So no, that's fine. That's fine. $8,700 is fine versus $6,200. That's 9.2 versus 9.0. Zelda should be doing well. It's freaking Zelda. I mean, out of everything, yes, I agree with you. 9.4A+ on the Metal Gear for $1,200. If this was PSA, I would have bought it. So to your point about PSA pump, to your point about is PSA pumping, I personally would buy this right here, or I would have bid on this as PSA game for $1,200. I will not bid on it as a CGC game for $1,200. That's my own personal at this point. You might feel differently, but Mega Man 5 VGA 80 for $1,600. Might and Magic Secrets of the Inner Sanctum 9.6A+, beautiful copy. It might be the highest one. Only 4 copies on the pop report. Highest grade copy here. Yes. That's what I figured. Really rare game, late release game. What is it, 93? 1992 on this. Kind of hard to find CIB. Kind of hard to find as a cartridge. Published by Sammy. Who the fuck is Sammy? It's just one of those rare games. I've never played it myself, but it was always on my like rare game watch. But it doesn't have the kind of price points that a lot of other rare games have. That's Might and Magic Secret of the Inner Sanctum on NES. What would a graded OOT sell for in a month? CIB graded condition. You need it just depends what grade it is. No, if it's mint, it's fully worth it. It's basically sealed open condition. If it's mint, absolutely get it graded. 100% worth it. You're not going to get like a massive premium compared to sealed and stuff, but you can sell Ocarina of Time for close to $1,000 100% in mint CIB. So if you have a really nice copy, absolutely send it over to PSA, get it graded, and you'll get a premium. But it has to be nice, right? Like there's layman's term nice and minty, and then there's actual grading company mint. So 4,800 was maybe even over $1,000 exactly if you truly have mint. I agree. 4,800 for which ones was optimistic? The Zelda there?
$800.
If someone says minty, it's probably not nice. I remember that from back in the Nintendo Age days. I feel like that was an old Nintendo Age thread. go to hell if you use the word minty, because anyone saying minty means it's not mint at all. If you're saying minty, it means it's not even close to mint. I remember that from Nintendo Age days. Monster in my pocket, 9.4 A plus. Like, yeah, I was gonna say, this was sitting so low. There we go. Now it's at $1,000. 9.4 A plus. The last 9.6 A plus was $3,375 1 year ago. This is a 9.4 for $1,000. It's going cheap, dude. It's going cheap right now. Yeah, Monster in my pocket has sold very well. So, Might and Magic also pushed up to $3,250, which I greatly assume is a brand new record price for this game. I greatly assume. I didn't see any other comps on the quick comp lookup, but like, you know, highest grade ever sold, I would greatly assume it's a record price there. Monster in my pocket slowly limping its way over $1,000. Tag's gonna start grading games just so everyone has to cross over everything from PSA again. Dude, I think as soon as Pokemon cards and trading cards slow down, Tag is GG's. Like, as soon as there's a blip or a slowdown, it's GG's for Tag, dude. I really think that.
1,600.
Rumor of the Zelda Ocarina of Time, the pump. Ocarina of Time remake rumor pump. Dude, if that's confirmed, if the Ocarina of Time remake rumor is like, if that's real and we're getting an Ocarina of Time remake in Christmas, holy shoot, man. Holy shoot, man. That'd actually be crazy. Like, that might be the first thing to make me buy a Switch 2, maybe?
$2,000.
Like, I probably still wouldn't, but you know what I mean? We're getting closer then. We're getting closer to the point where I'd buy a Switch 2. Because at that point, I'd like to play Kirby Air Riders. I'd like to play Zelda Ocarina. I mean, I could probably play DK, but I don't really care. New Smash game would be what really... Like, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the new Smash game. Then I'll probably get a Switch 2.
$2,600.
Switch 2 just went up in price. GG's. GG's. Insane. GG's.
Fair warning.
Monster in my pocket, very slowly, Supyo. Monster in my pocket is pushing $4,000. This is now outselling the CGC 9.6A Plus from February of last year. The CGC 9.6 did $3,300. This WADA 9.4 right now is pushing $3,738. Very impressive.
Next lot.
Very impressive here. It was a slow burn, man. But Monster in my pocket for $3,750. Woo-wee. I mean, that's up there, Supyo. That's up there. Ninja Gaiden 9.6A Plus. Beautiful copy of Ninja Gaiden, but Ninja Gaiden... I don't have any comps for a 9.6A Plus recently. August 2024 for $2,500. This one's already sitting at almost $2,200. Not too shabby. I personally think Ninja Gaiden should probably get a little bit more love, but it just needs something to spark interest again, right? If anything has interest in Ninja Gaiden again, I think we'll be good. Pinball 9.6A Plus black box. Check the VGA comps on Monster in my pocket.
$1,600.
Was there an 85 plus or something that sold? If I could freaking type. Monster in my pocket. Got a monster in my pocket, boys. You know what I mean? VGA 85 plus, 5,200. Yes. 5,200 for Monster in my pocket, 85 plus. 29.68 plus pinball pushing up to 2,500. That makes sense because there's just a report out saying Nintendo cut production due to low sales. Greg needs to buy a Switch 2. I mean, dude, if I bought a Switch 2, it would collect dust right now. That's the issue. I'm also shocked there's no new Smash game. That's almost like they almost always have that as a console seller. I guess it was enough for them to just sell you Breath of the Wild and Tears again, right? As console sellers. Which, like, sorry, Nintendo, I just can't fucking do that. I can't just buy the same exact games again, Nintendo. I'm sorry. Oh, Mario Kart World was the console seller, sorry. But, I don't know. I've played World. I probably have 20 hours on Mario Kart World.
Fair warning.
I'm satiated, you know what I mean? I'm satiated. Kirby Air Riders looks amazing, yes. Oh, the Pinball 9.6A Plus for $2,600. This is a Canadian sticker-sealed 85 plus Rad Racer. Hoo-wee! Insanely rare to come across a brand new sticker seal Nintendo one. 6 on the VGA Pop Report, pushing its way to $1,700. Very cool. Very cool. Didn't Smash Ultimate come out right around the launch? Yeah, Greg's Monster is minty. Greg's Monster is minty. There's like a dozen Ninja Gaiden games. How much more relevant can it get? Ninja Gaiden 4 just came out. Did it actually? Did Ninja Gaiden just get a new game? If Ninja Gaiden just got a new game, that's crazy, because even I didn't hear about it. If that's the case, then like GG's. GG's on Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, the Ocarina of Time stuff is all just rumors at this point. I don't know if it's confirmed. I don't know if there's any weight behind it. I see like IGN all over my Facebook, you know what I mean? Rumors of Ocarina of the Time remake and Star Fox coming in December. I don't know. It's Facebook propaganda. I don't know how to differentiate it from reality. I just get hit with gaming bullshit. Then I have to click on the like not interested, like please stop. Stack Up VGA 80 plus later production copy here. Still has the hang tab and all that, but it's actually a factory sealed one, not a sticker seal one. 4,750 on Stack Up. I wish I would have saw the comps here while it was going. The last 80? How did the last 80 matte sticker copy only sell for 3,000? What? The last first print was $3,000. This copy tonight just sold for 4,750. Hoo-wee! Why did that other copy of Stack Up sell for nothing? Seems odd to me. Seems odd to see this sell for $1,600 more than the matte sticker that wasn't that long ago. Huh. Super C, prototype. That's frickin' cool, man. 1,875. Super C is one of my own personal favorite NES games. Super Mario Bros. 2, 9.6A+, pushing its way to almost $5,000. The 9.8A+ just sold for $13,000 yesterday? Yeah, but even if print doesn't matter, like sure it does. First print still matters more than buying like a third print. It should. The matte sticker should bring a premium. Super Mario Bros. 2, 9.6A+ for $4,750. The 9.8A+ for $13,000. So what, almost 2x, 3x, 2.8x on it, something like that. Turtles 9.4A from the Carolina Collection. Wow. All the way back from the Carolina Collection, eh? I tell ya. The last 9.4A was August of last year for $2,400. Turtles here is pushing its way to almost the same price. It's getting there. It's getting there.
1,000.
Your mom's a third print. NES Snooze Fest is almost over. We're already 20% done this auction, man. We're flying out here. Pokemon XD is the most expensive CIV. Yes.
Fair warning.
Ninja Gaiden had 2 new games, and both were great. Yeah, that's crazy that I just completely missed them. 2 new... Yeah, Ninja Gaiden is fucked in that case. They hedged all their eggs on Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza. They really just hit lightning in a basket with Breath of the Wild Odyssey and the port of Mario Kart 8 all in the first 6 months. Yes. Like, Donkey Kong Bonanza is supposed to be incredible, right? All I've heard is amazing things. Mario Kart World was absolutely whelming. Absolutely whelming. Start to finish, whelming. Now, if you were a kid doing the open world driving and stuff, I'm sure it's amazing. But, like, as a grown-ass man, absolutely whelming. So, there's just not much there for me on the Nintendo Switch 2 right now. New tennis game just released. That's great, I guess. I don't know. Looks kind of fun. I don't know, right? Looks kind of fun, I guess. Turtles went for $2,300. Almost the exact same there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, 9.4A, pushing its way almost 3,000. Metroid 4, though, I played it on Switch. That's the issue, Sean Key. Like, I played Metroid 4 myself. I didn't like it, but I played it myself on Switch. So, GG's. That's another game I don't need to buy a Switch 2 for. Ninja Gaiden 2, Turtles 2 for $2,750. Turtles 3 Manhattan Project, 9.4A+. Pushing almost $2,000, already beating the... There was a 9.4A in November for $1,750. So this is a 9.4A+. It's selling for so far about another $300 higher. PSA label, getting a little bit of love. You didn't hear any buzz about DK or Mario Kart World in your local friend groups? Everyone is playing Pokopia, though. Pokopia is not for me either. That's the issue. Yeah, Pocopia is not for me. Dude, Trevor, I also watched Clint play it. I watched Clint play Pocopia for like 2 hours, and I was like, no, this is not for me. Not for me. But were we all freaking live in Clint's stream at the same time? You know, part of me doesn't want to support Clint Stevens because he just like leaves, he farms some subs, and then he fucks off. So I kind of want to blacklist Clint Stevens because he's just a piece of shit streamer. But I always find myself coming back, man. I just always find myself coming back. Didn't a 90 plus sell for 10K? I think the Turtles does. Yeah, VGA 90 went for 13,000 up, yo. VGA 90 went for 13,000. So like this copy for 2,300 does beat the last 9.4A copy, but there's a massive discrepancy there. And honestly, it kind of should be. Because what, a 9.8A plus should be like 10,000 based on 2,300 here, I think. Like that kind of price gap doesn't feel weird to me. Tetris, VGA 90 Japanese copy, only 10 are on the Famicom Pop Report. The last 90 plus in February of this year was almost $2,000. This copy right here is about the exact same price right now. Now it's the exact same price as the last 90 plus that sold. December 2024, there was also a 90 for $2,500. So, and the very first time this hit auction, like the very first time Tetris came to auction, 85 plus for $6,000. Hoo-wee! Now you can get yourself a VGA 90 for $1,875 into Tiger Heli 9.8A++. Highest graded copy on that Heritage has ever sold. It is a mid-production year Rev A copy. So
$460.
Suppers, VGA is the best. Oh my god, I was going to say with my Diablo 2. My Diablo 2, right. I'm getting YouTuber privilege. It's going back to VGA. They're helping me out, right? They sent me a shipping label. Great, fantastic. Thank you, guys. I can't say nice enough things about the guys at VGA. Great team over there. But with doing that, it's going to get recased. I did have the option to choose like the old label again, or the new label with subs, or the old label with subs. And I might be crazy, but I actually chose the new label. I'm going to turn my 85 plus into a 9.4.
Next lot.
Am I nuts? Am I nuts? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Is that an awful choice? Ah, fuck, I don't know, man. I'm still torn on it. I'm still torn on it. I thought about it for like over an hour. So I'm going new label. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it's all about. I still, I have my Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction. It's an 85. I want, I'll probably turn that into new label at some point. I don't know, man. I don't know. Absolute nuts. You're torn on it. Absolute. Yeah, the 90, I wouldn't give up. I agree with you 100%, Viridian. I would not give up a VGA 90. But, and hear me out on this. Hear me out. 9.4 is higher than an 8.5.
Fair warning.
Is this cat absolutely cooking or what? 9.4 is higher than 8.5. Like we might be on to something here. I don't know. It might be a stupid choice. It might be a bad choice. I might come to regret it later. I don't know. But fuck it. I went for it. I don't know. Seems, I don't know. I don't know if it's the right choice. I just fucking did it, okay? So we get to see what that looks like in like 3 weeks. I'll do an unboxing and everything. Fire Emblem, Breath of Fire, 9.88 plus for $3,500. Welcome to Super Nintendo, everybody. Welcome to Super Nintendo.
The gold sticker was what made an 8 number grade acceptable. 9.7 communicates mint status better than 90 plus, and 9.9 seems more mint than 95 plus emo.
Elijah, there's a lot there. There's a lot there with that gold sticker, man. 85 plus has been held to this like super high standard because of the gold sticker, right? The gold grade, the minimum acceptable, the best whatever. There is a lot there with the gold sticker and how they did it. So if VGA grows, this is, I guess, my full thought. if VGA grows in market share, if the new owners are pushing, if they're getting more people grading, you know what I mean? If VGA finds a brand new audience in the future, if they actually grow market share again, I do believe that the unified scale, the 9.0, the 9.2, the 9.4, will be the popular choice going forward. I really think so. And again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I'm taking a fucking shot here. I get it. I'm not selling it anyway, so it's going to... It's sitting on my shelf anyway, right? I'm not selling it. But that's kind of my thought, Elijah. So we'll see. Thank you for the $4.99 as well, dude. Much appreciated. The 7th Saga, 9.68+. Only 2 copies are on the Pop Report. This is the highest grade copy. Highest grade copy ever sold at auction. Pushing its way to almost $4,000. Someone just used the cut bid. Looking for $3,750. It is an NX published RPG. I don't know if you'd call it a cult classic, but like, the 7th Saga has fans.
Fair warning.
Pushing its way here, looking for $3,750. Sold for $3,625. F-Zero is a second print, I believe there. 9.68+ for $2,100. Doom, 9.88++ for $2,100 as well. And I wanted to check comps on Breath of Fire, actually. Sparkster, 90+. Wow. Kind of like a Konami mascot game. The last 9.6A... back in February 2 years ago was $1,440. So the 90+ here is pushing over $2,000. This has to be like top pop, tied with one other for the top of the VGA Pop Report. Only 18 on the Pop Report. Yeah, no one loves F-Zero, sup, yo. They never have. I don't get it. The community tells you 85+ is WADA 11. Yeah, that's going to change too. That's going to change too. Like, if VGA grows again, right, I think the cult of personality around 85+ will fade away a bit. You think because the average buyer expects an 85+ to cross better than 9.4, it's a bit meh? I think people have over expectations on 85+. It's just a shame newcomers to the hobby don't understand the traditional scale. People see 85 and think 8.5 or 90 and think 9.0, which I guess is why they came up with unified scale to begin with. Yep, it's for new people. It is. Like, it was never, you know, I made the first video with the VGA scale there. Yeah, of course it pissed off all the old guys, right? Of course that pissed off all the VGA old heads. But I think if VGA wants to do something in this space, they're going to have to piss off a lot of the existing user base and find new people. Spider-Man, beautiful cover, one of my favorite of the SNES boxes, period. Spider-Man the Animated Series, 9.6 A++, 15 on the Pop Report only. Selling for what, $2,000 there? $2,000. Sparkster, only $2,500. Sup, yo? It feels a bit lackluster on Sparkster. Like, I feel like Sparkster was much more exciting 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, $2,500, okay, that's not bad. But Sparkster has always been like a really rare, sought-after CIB title. Maybe it just doesn't transfer to factory sealed. I don't know. Just feels like Sparkster used to get a lot more fanfare than watching the highest grade VGA copy sell for $2,500. You know? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Any Sparkster fans in the chat? Street Fighter 2, 9.48++, made in Japan. Early production copy for almost $2,200 here.
Fair warning.
Not bad. It's not bad. The last 9.6A CGC copy back in January of last year was $2,100. You have a feeling people will migrate from VGA to PSA? It might be.
Fair warning.
You know, it might be the last straw for VGA people to finally stop using VGA. Rocket Knight Adventures on Sega over Sparkster every time. Rocket Knight is also... I have played Rocket Knight a little bit. They're cool games. They're both cool games. But Double Dragon 9.6A+, Super Double Dragon, sorry. Highest graded copy on the Pop Report, pushing its way over $2,000. How long do the grades for WADA scales go? Can you get a 1? Can you get a VGA 10? You can get VGA 10. I think that's the lowest. And you can get WADA 0.5, I think, is the lowest, right? I think WADA 0.5 and VGA 10 are the two lowest, I think. Super Double Dragon, pushing $2,500 here. 9.6A+, highest graded copy. Like, I don't have quick comps for it. I don't have any kind of comps, but You have a 9.68 plus Super Double Dragon Wada?
2,800.
The highest out of 7 is what it says. Sorry, man. Sorry, Hiko. This is the highest graded right here out of 7 on the pop report. There's nothing else I can do for you. What do you want me to tell you, Hiko?
3,400.
You're freaking lying to me, man. You're freaking lying to me. The Heritage Auctions write-up can't be wrong.
$600.
Time for a 1-hour nap until Genesis. Dude, Super Double Dragon is super juicing here. We're pushing up to $4,000, almost $4,500. Yeah, why would you lie on the internet like that, Hiko? Why would you just go on the internet and lie like that?
Next lot.
I tell you, man, I tell you. Super Double Dragon, 4,250. Where'd you get yours? Did you buy yours at auction too? I'm curious if you paid an amount for it or if you just happen to have it. 4,250 on Super Double Dragon. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Super Mario World, 90 qualified. Jeez. Early production copy. You bought it on Heritage in 2022 for $6,800. Whoo-wee. Wow. Here I was thinking this was like a really good sale. You know what I mean? Here I was thinking this was a juicer. Damn. Yes, the Wada Pop and the PSA Pop are the exact same. The qualified Super Mario World early print is pushing. It is the only copy of the early print or any copy of any VGA 90 qualified on the VGA Pop Report, pushing its way to almost $7,000. I don't think any unopened copies exist.
Next lot.
So you either buy this 90 qualified here, or you buy a CIB. Now, should a 90 qualified equal $6,000 when a CIB would only cost you, let's say a 9.4 CIB? There's no way it's much more than $1,000, right? It just can't be. To me, it seems kind of crazy, but I've said it before. I'm not a qualified guy, right? I'm a qualified op, but it seems like a massive premium to pay for qualified. Super Punch-Out VGA 80 Plus on there, $1,300. Should be an early print Star Fox Weekend cartridge, pushing its way over $2,000. It feels like these have cost the exact same price for the past like 5 years. This is an 8.0. I have comps on a 7.5 2.5 years ago for $3,000. Here's an 8.0 selling for $2,750. Even this is going to be down over the past multiple years here. 8.5A Plus last sold for $3,000. The 8.0 sells for $2,500. I swear to God, the Star Fox Weekend cartridge is the exact same price for the past like 5-6 years. It's insane. It's always cost around $2,000. I don't know why. I think it's way fucking cooler. It's always been around $2,000. Zelda VGA 90 Plus. Highest grade they've ever offered here. Second highest on the Pop Report. Pushing its way to, we might be setting a new record high here, actually. The record price on a VGA 90 happened 2 years ago for $4,600. Right now, we're sitting at $45, I believe, with BP. The last VGA 90 in November of last year was $4,000.
$4,000.
Here we go. 90 plus, highest graded copy ever sold. Pushing its way. Will we get to 5,000 with BP? One more bid for Legend of Zelda. Someone used their cut bid. Still need the an extra $100 here. Oh yeah, the Japanese one is beautiful on this. This is an actual brand new unopened copy, right? That's Super Mario World for $7,000. The Super Mario World sold for $6,250, and this is opened. So again, right, like kind of just the price discrepancy, price disparity here. Brand new second highest graded copy of Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, for $5,000. Yeah, $5,000 on the nose. Brand new record price, though, on Link to the Past. Kind of cool to see. Zelda does seem low compared to Super Mario World. Selling qualified games on Heritage is absolutely very fruitful. It's very fruitful. The Resident Evil long box yesterday was $125,000 is the end price. There was one live bid. If you missed it yesterday, Resident Evil finally came up to the auction block. Everyone was holding their cheeks, man. I was fully gripped with my right hand, and you know, nothing. One live bid. One live bid. I had to just zip up and walk away. Crazy. Nothing. Super NES control set, 85 plus qualified for $2,375. Thank God people don't clip me, hey? If I had a bigger community, man, if people were clipping me, I wouldn't even have a job with these auction companies. Because it'd be like, why the fuck are we paying this guy to sit here and... let me put my teeth in here. I had to put the monster back in my pocket, exactly. Had to put the monster back in the pocket. Crazy. Only one live bid, but still, $125,000 is a very good sale on it. Right? Like, make no mistake, that's a great sale. Qualified is a CIB with brand new innards. It's opened, but brand new inside KSI. I've long said it's a glorified CIB. You can treat it however you want, but it's opened. The insides are brand new. That's what it means. Yeah, I'm doing Invisalign, Teat. So, I've been doing Invisalign. This is week 16 of Invisalign. And I need to do like 60 weeks of it. So, I'm going to have this freaking retainer in for the next like 2 years, honestly. I need to do more than 60. I think I need to do close to 2 years. But don't worry, you guys. I'll have a smile worth $1 million when we're done. We're going to have a smile worth $1 million when we're done. Yes, qualified is even going away. Yeah, don't worry, Supyo. No one will be able to hate qualified anymore. It's going to say unused in box. Unused in box will be the new wording. So, Spider-Man on Game Boy, VGA 95. This has to be like the highest grade copy, right? Has to be. Tied with one other for the top copy. Yep. Tied with one other for the top copy. This is... Oh, it's not a record sale, though. It's not a record sale at 4,000. There was a 9.6 A+ at the fabled July 2021 auction. The same auction that had the $1.5 million Mario. A 9.6 A+ sold for 6,000. VGA 95 for 4,000 today, I tell you. Absolute robbery. That should have been a record price. Return of the Joker on Game Boy, 85 plus. I might still find a way to hate on it. You might. I might sneak it in there still. I might. You know how I am, Supyo. I see qualified and I just fucking start frothing at the mouth.
Fair warning.
Qualified is just a state of mind. There's a 12K sale of Spider-Man. Oh my god, really? A $12,000 sale in 2024 on eBay for a 9.8 A++ of Spider-Man on Game Boy. Really? Someone dropped 12,000 on the 9.8 A++. Whew. At that kind of price point, man, I might almost double dip and buy this for 4,000 as well. That's crazy. Battletoads, Ragnarok World, very rare on Game Boy as well. $2,500 there for the 9.4 A+. Return of the Joker for $1,875. Bionic Commando, 85 plus. KSI! Let's go, dude.
Win Sleep Stream. Timothy has been after that for years.
Let's go, dude. What do you mean, Sleep Stream? Timothy's been after it. What do you mean with Tim? I appreciate you, dude. Why is Tim want the Sleep Stream? I feel like there's context here I'm missing or forgetting.
Fair warning.
Bionic Commando, this is the actual rare one. There's also Bionic Commando Elite Forces. This is, 5 copies are on the pop report. That's it. Only 5 copies on the pop report of Bionic Commando on Game Boy. Just very rare, even very rare as a CIB. Pushed its way to $1,375. Little Mermaid, 9.6 A+. Only 9 copies on the pop report. None graded higher. Little Mermaid, the peak. There was a CGC 9.6A Plus back in January of last year for $1,750. Can the PSA copy beat last year's CGC copy? $1,750 is what we're looking for. What are the big items in day 2? I don't think there was anything that was like huge in day 2. What was the I remember looking at the highest bid items and stuff, and there wasn't anything. I didn't think that was gonna just pop super hard. The StarCraft 85 Plus could do very well.
$550, $600.
Has anything sold for 10,000 even yet? We're 30% done the auction. The high watermark right now might be Super Mario World at 6,200. Just give me 1 second here.
$700.
Mario 2 was $4,750. Stack Up was $4,750. Zelda at $6,250, tying Super Mario World. $6,250 is the high watermark, I think. $10,000 on the 2 Mario prototypes. That is where we sit. The 2 Mario prototypes are $10,000. So, one item has hit $10,000 so far. 2 items have hit $6,250. 30% done the auction here. So, you know, what are the biggest items on day 2? There aren't any like, oh my god, this is gonna blow up. Man, Mermaid sold for fuck all.
$240.
Little Mermaid got like, oh man, $1,750 last year. First production, are there 2 prints? They didn't call this a first production. Why? Capcom release, Capcom release.
$420.
Was this a misnomer on this? Did they... I think it's the exact same copy. Either way, 843 versus 750. Little Mermaid cratered by over 50% between sales there. Oof. Oof. Double Dragon 2, VGA 90 for $937.50. Elevator Action 85 plus. Player's Choice. Okay, so like calling it first print means nothing then. Like it you can call it first print, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You can call it first print, but you know what I mean. Elevator Action 85 plus or 550. Isn't this one generally more rare than this? Or am I thinking of a different one? No, Elevator Action doesn't get a ton of love there. Elevator Action doesn't get a ton of love. Going for $550. Final Fantasy Legend, Sunsoft, VGA 95. It is a later release copy with Sunsoft as the publisher instead of Square, but still, VGA 95 is the highest graded copy. The age-old debate, man. Would you rather have the highest grade copy, or would you rather have the early print? The highest grade copy right now is pushing its way to over $2,000, which I believe is beating the first print copy, if I'm not mistaken. 1 second here. I think this is beating the first print 9.6A plus. Yes, 9.6A plus first print sold in November for $2,000. Which might have even been a record. It had to be close. The VGA 95 second print here is smashing it. Smashing it. Looking for $3,000 now on the VGA 95 second print. Whoo!
Fair warning.
Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee, you guys. Was this the highest production one right here?
$800.
8 copies of the variant. This was the highest grade first print right here. Highest grade first print for $2,000. The highest grade second print just sold for $3,000.
$850.
VGA 95 versus 9.6A plus. But you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I think I have to take the first print at that point. Final Fantasy Legend 2 is published by Square. First print on this one, selling for $1,000. Final Fantasy Legend 2, published by Sunsoft. Second print. Pushing its way to $900. Is this about to outsell as well? We had a first print, 9.4A plus. Second print, VGA 90 plus. They're both sitting at $1,000 right now. One more bid, and the 90 plus will win. If you don't care about first prints, you should go buy some PSA 10 Switch ports. They are mint.
warning.
You'd even take a mint CIB early print over the 95. Gotta run. We'll check back later. Thank you for help on Zelda. Hey, you're welcome, dude. Thank you again for the dono, man. Greatly appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day if you don't pop back. You're kind of surprised anything that's a Disney IP doesn't get a big pop? Well, it did the first time, you know. Like Little Mermaid did get a pretty damn good pop the last couple times it sold, but Game Boy is niche. Maybe the right people just didn't show up tonight. It's always hard to say.
$60.
Because yeah, I agree. You'd think that the Little Mermaid can always get some love out there, but not tonight, man. Not tonight. The 90 plus second print did beat the 9.4A plus first print as well. Condition is beating prints right now. Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, 85 plus. This has to be rare as balls. 6 copies on the February Pop Report, tied with one other for the second highest grade. First time selling it at Heritage. Yep. I figured it had to be rare as F. Right? I figured it had to be rare as heck here. The Ubisoft game, Indiana Jones Last Crusade, is also super rare on NES, so like... The Pocket Monsters Silver Korean CIB is at $2,000. Description is interesting. Funny that Korean copy costs way more than Japanese. It looks like the 85 Counter-Strike big box just sold on eBay. Really? Yeah, here's the Korean Pokemon Silver. I don't know what the heck this is. The bid is sitting at $2,000. It is CIB. It is Korean.
$650.
Due to a decades-long ban on Japanese culture imports following World War II, none of the first-generation Pokemon games ever got to South Korea. Pokemon Silver and Gold came to Korea as the first Pokemon titles in 2002.
Fair warning.
Just sounds rare as heck to ever get it there. Yeah, just sounds rare as heck to get a Korean copy due to bans and then getting them super late. The Korean carts have always been pricey. Yep, that gets into lore and information and stuff that I just have no, I had no idea. Had no idea that was a thing. Very interesting.
$50.
Very interesting, but also way too niche for me to have actual interest in. You know what I mean? Like, it's neat, and for someone who I guess is like a super deep Pokemon collector or something, that's very cool. But it's too niche for me to dig my teeth into. I can't start buying like Korean prints of games and such. You gotta draw the line some point. You know what I mean? You gotta draw the line some point. Ubisoft Indiana Jones, very, very, very slowly limping its way to $1,000 here. It was slow, but it got there. It did get there.
Next lot. $1,400.
$1,187. Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters, 9.8 A++, should be a first production game, 4-line warranty. This is really nice, man. Highest graded copy they've ever offered here. Yeah, I was going to say. So they've never sold a 9.8 A++ across either grading company. Last year, a WADA 9.8 A+ sold for $3,000. So here we go, CGC 9.8 A++. If you want to call it the highest grade copy ever sold or whatever, pushing its way to almost $3,000 here. Hey, what do you mean the gold is unopened? Pokemon, oh right here, Pokemon Gold, VGA 85 unopened Korean, sitting at $1,500.
Fair warning.
Kind of neat. Kind of neat. Yeah, I gotta retain the budget for Yoshi's Story, Bird Call. Exactly. I gotta retain the budget. Am I bidding on anything tonight? Maybe. It's a huge maybe for me still. Like, I might. There are a few items I was looking at that I was thinking about. You know, it just depends. It just depends, but the answer is a maybe. We might bid on some stuff. We'll see. Fully live still to potentially bid on stuff. I'm not ruling it out. We just got to see how it goes. Kid Icarus did sell for $3,250, slightly beating the WADA copy from last year. You love to see it. Let's go, CGC. 9.6A plus second print on Metroid 2, 3-line warranty versus 4-line warranty. It's on the side of the box. It's literally just the amount of lines in the warranty text. So it is a minor variation of the differences here, but this is a 3-line warranty. It is technically a later production. Still beautiful. 9.6A plus, pushing its way to almost $2,700. Yeah, Metroid 2 is beautiful. Like this, I want to get one myself at some point here. So pushing its way to almost 3,000 US. What is it? Frickin' R Duels just bought a copy in the Discord today. And he paid significantly less for a raw copy. And he got a first print. Good pickup. Good pickup for that guy. $2,875. 9.6A plus 3-line. Woof. Mickey's Dangerous Chase. 9.6A plus here. Capcom offer on the box. Yeah, for the hip pack, that little yellow triangle in the bottom there makes it an early production copy. 9 of them on the pop report, pushing its way to almost 4,700, 500. This will get some love, right? This should get some love. I don't have any comps that are more recent than 3 years ago, but you had an 85. You crossed it as a 9.8A plus and you got a ton. Beautiful. Beautiful cross there on an 85. You know, the biggest thing is like, why did VGA only give it an 85? Surely it was beautiful, right? Like, surely it was at least pretty damn nice.
$550.
If you crossed it to a 9.8. It's always weird when that happens. Now, it could just be WADA being way too easy, but it feels like a little bit of both. You know what I mean? A little bit of both. It was shit? Weird.
Fair warning.
When did you cross it?
Next lot. $650.
Yeah, I haven't been able to turn an 85 cardboard into a 9.8. Have I?
Fair warning.
I don't think so.
$750.
I don't think I've done 85 cardboard to 9.8. I did 85 to 9.6.
$1,000. $1,100.
But I've done 85 to 9.6A plus. I don't think I've done to 85 to 9.8. It was bad. Your JK was an 8.5. Mickey's Dangerous Chase for $750. Mortal Kombat 9.6A plus. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility to turn an 85 into a 9.8A plus. Like, it's not outside the realm of possibility. It's obviously like not your most common outcome, but like, you know, there's probably people out there who have done it. I think someone turned an 85 plus Pokemon game into a 9.8A plus plus. Like, these outlier examples are absolutely out there. That's why I thought nothing of it, you know?
Fair warning.
Absolutely can happen.
2,200.
Yeah, that's a huge come up, dude. 85 plus into a 9.8A plus plus is just like poof. You know, again though, it's like, is that PSA being easy or is that VGA being like stingy? You know?
Fair warning.
Like why? I don't know. It's just odd. It's odd. It's that thing of like, why the hell is VGA only giving it? Like, why is it only an 85 plus? I would love to review some of those games myself, to actually have them in hand and look at them. Mortal Kombat 9.6A plus on Game Boy, PSA for $2,750, and we enter a little Pokemon block. Yeah, we're almost at the Pokemon block here. There's a couple right now, Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Yellow. This Pokemon Blue is a later production copy, 9.4A plus, pushing to $4,500. Again, this is what I was saying with Pokemon games. Like, I would just throw it in a PSA, right? Just throw it into PSA grading at this point. Like, I'm sure it's going to do fine as a CGC here. It's pushing $4,500, but for myself at this point, just turn it to PSA. Last sale was August 2025. Same grade, same variant for $3,000. Right now, it's pushing almost $4,500. Probably a bit of both. Heritage crossed one of your 80s into a WADA 9.6A plus. Wow. You've turned multiple 85 plus to 9.8A plus plus. Jeez. Adam Knife, you on the Mortal Kombat? Let's go, dude. I need to close some of these here. Pokemon Yellow 9.4A plus second print, the no ESRB, looks really nice, pushing its way to $4,250. Someone just used a cut bid on there. Still need $4,250. Pokemon Blue is up about $1,200 since August. Not bad. Not bad. A little bit of a Pokemon pump going on, but you guys know that by now.
Fair warning.
Little bit of a Pokemon pump coming on as people, all the card people are coming over, you know? Buying the Pokemon games. They're way cheaper. VGAO is better. Old VGA F'd you on a lot of games, undergraded your stuff. Would you crack a WATA Legacy case if you were resubbing to PSA or leave it in the case? It just depends if you want it. Like, if you're retaining the same grade, leave it alone. Right? Yeah, if you want to upgrade, crack it out. If you want the same grade, leave it in the case. So, that's what I would say with that. Pokemon Yellow 4,250 on the CGC 9.4A+. The Punisher VGA 95 is beautiful, man. Tied with one other as the highest grade copy of only 13 on the Pop Report. Nicest copy ever sold at Heritage Auctions. Frickin' amazing cover art on here. Isn't there something coming out with Punisher, a new Spider-Man movie or something? Did I hear that correctly?
Fair warning.
Did I hear that correctly? New Spider-Man, Punisher with Spider-Man, something like that? $4,000 on the Punisher on Game Boy. Very nice, very cool. I wanted to see the Mortal Kombat here. You said you want it for $2,750. $2,750, 9.6A plus. I don't have any comps. This is like the highest graded copy. Only one is graded higher. Best copy ever sold at Heritage. Damn, dude. I didn't realize while that auction was happening there. Punisher is in the new Spider-Man. There it is. That's what I thought. You crossed an 80 into a 9.6A plus Star Fox. You removed the security label. Wow. Like that's great. That's great. Some great crosses. I love hearing it. If you want to cross a WATA or CGC slab to VGA, would you crack the slab and send it in raw or leave it slabbed? Don't know if the prior grade would bias VGA. I would probably just send it in the case myself. Like, realistically, it shouldn't matter whatsoever. Like, the people who smash the case should be different from the people who are grading it, obviously. Like, it should be a blind process. I would probably leave it inside the case, but I understand wanting to break it out if you want to just get rid of any possible bias that might exist. You want the Pokemon Yellow and the Blue, sending them straight to PSA. Yup. Dude, I was going to say the same thing, youngster Ryan. When I saw the Pokemon Yellow here for $4,200, my first thought was send it to PSA and sell it for more. The first thing I thought as well, youngster Ryan. Send it to PSA and sell it for more. Hopefully it gets the same grade and it's just easy and juicy and, no issues, but I agree with you fully. Super Mario Land, green screenshots. Should be an early first print here, right? 9.6 CIB. Jesus, man. Second print on this. Beautiful copy. Jeez. The last 9.6, same exact copy from a year and a half ago for $2,750. Sorry, is it the same copy? Yes, it is. Exact same copy sold in August 2024 for $2,750. Tonight, $1,500. That's a drop on Super Mario Land, man. That is a drop on Super Mario Land. You hate to see it.
Fair warning.
Game collectors hate this one trick. Unless you send your CGC game to PSA and they find the cut in the seal that CGC missed. It's a game we're playing out here, Tring. The game we're playing out here. I mean, shoot, if 1.5K is crazy, $2,750 was insanity, hey? $2,750 was insane then. Super Star Wars or Super Return of the Jedi, sorry, for $2,500. Roger Rabbit, 85 plus. 7 of this variant on the Pop Report. None are graded higher than this one. First time selling the game at Heritage. Pushing its way to almost $3,500. Man, like, Game Boy does so well. Game Boy does so well. Just got to readjust my pants there. Got that monster in my pocket. Yeah, so much nice Game Boy stuff shows up at the signatures and such still, right? And it just does really well, man. Yeah, because you never ever see Game Boy stuff. It's right. All of this stuff is literally like Pop 10 or lower. But still, it's good to see that the Game Boy collectors are still going hard, you know? Still going hard. The Roger Rabbit is pushing its weight almost $5,000. Roger Rabbit right now is sitting at like the 4th most expensive game we've seen sold so far. Like, that is just very impressive. It's just very good, and it's still freaking going, man. Like, you know what I mean? Roger Rabbit built different out here, man. Roger Rabbit built different out here.
Fair warning. Next lot. $380, $460, $500.
Just checking Hockey Fantasy here. It's the semifinals, second last day of semifinals in Hockey Fantasy, and it's close, man. I don't know if I'm advancing to the final. It is close. It is tense. I do not know if I'm going to make the final. Roger Rabbit for $5,500 here. $5,500 on an 85 plus. Like I said, one of the most expensive games in the auction period. Like, just Game Boy does fucking good, man. It's just kind of crazy. WWF Superstars number 2 went for $1,000, 9.88 plus. Wario Land, the only Virtual Boy game of the day, pushing its weight almost $800. The last 9.8 A++ sold back in January for $875. One more bid and it will match the last sale. And sold less than $1,000 both times. So we'll see.
$800.
There we go. Look at Wario Land, man, pushing over $1,000. I personally think it should, but last time it didn't. Wario Land getting a little bit of love here. A few more bids coming in. Yeah, F-Zero way down. Roger Rabbit way up. Default Gen. Supio was saying it earlier, you know. I agree fully that I don't understand why F-Zero, factory sealed and stuff, isn't higher up in the same, like, just higher echelon Super Nintendo games. You believe it's the exact same copy again? Yeah, so 875, pushing its way now to almost 1,500 this time around. Just 2 months ago on that. Yeah, 1,375, $500 up. $500 more than last time. You go, Wario Land. You go. Slaycade, welcome in, dude. 9.9 on Dragon Warrior 3. 9.9 A++. Again, right? Nicest copy ever sold by Heritage Auctions. The last WADA 9.8 A++ was $1,875 in October. Will the CGC 9.9 outsell the WADA 9.8? Da-da-da-da.
Fair warning.
Needs one more bid to tie right now. One more bid to tie.
Next lot.
Da-da-da-da. It did not do it. 1,750. It feels to me like the 9.9 premium. Remember when we were seeing 9.9 PS1 games sell for like God only knows how much, right? It was insane. It's like Final Fantasy 8, 9.9 for like $4,000 or something. It feels like the 9.9 premium now has mellowed out a lot compared to where we were. Sure, 9.9 still pops every now and then and stuff, but I think the 9.9 premium is way down. At least I think it is from what I see.
Next lot.
VGA 95 Oracle of Ages, 3,250. VGA 95 Oracle of Seasons. Both are non-foil covers on those. Both are non-foil, even though I think...
Fair warning. 1,000.
A VGA 95 non-foil sold for $1,700, $2,000. Dude, these sold for fuck all. This is January and November. $1,600 and $2,000. Tonight, $3,200. Why were those selling so cheap before, man? What the heck? The last VGA 95 on this was only $2,000 as well. We'll see what this one goes for. Yes, Resident Evil Long Box, $125,000. Sold yesterday.
$1,600.
I'm surprised how cheap some of these Oracle of Ages were going there last year. $3,250 for this one. This one still sold cheap in my opinion. I understand it's not a foil print, but like VGA 95 for sub 2,000 on cardboard Zelda? Pretty nice, man. Korean did not get a bid, right? No more bids came in on Korean Pokemon Silver there, 1937. Here's the unopened Korean Pokemon Gold, VGA 85. Only copy on the VGA Pop Report. Like I said, I read the description there on the silver one. South Korea did not get the games because there was like trade fights with Japan. So they didn't import these until very late, and these were the first Pokemon games that Korea did get. The 9.8 A++ foils are around 5,000 to 6,000 as well.
Next lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Oracle of Ages and Seasons are great games. Dare I say they feel a bit undervalued for what they are. Pocket Monsters Gold unopened for 1,800. Somehow, some way, the actual unopened brand new gold sold for less than the CIB silver?
$1,500.
Why?
$1,600.
Why? What? Yeah, the foils had cases, I think, Fletch. I think there were cases of them. But again, you know what I mean? Sub $2,000 though just doesn't feel like a lot of money for a 95 on them. I'm pretty sure there were cases though back in the day of non-foils. Yeah, Lugia attacks there, man. Lugia attacks. 9.2 A+ Pokemon Gold selling for $2,100. Pokemon Pinball 9.6 A+. This is the copy that does not have there's no hollow foil strip on the left-hand side. So it is a later production copy, second print, whatever you want to say. No hollow foil strip on this. Still a 9.6 A+, still selling for $1,600. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, 9.6 A++. They're calling it an early production here with 100% fiber. One of the nicest copies that exists on this game, I think. The last 9.6 A+ WATA copy was last year for $1,375. This copy right now is pushing $1,500, looking for $1,700. Wow. Looking for $2,000. Wow. Pokemon Puzzle Challenge, popping off here. 9.6 A++ CGC. Like I said, it has to be one of the nicest copies. I don't think there are many 9.8s at all.
$700.
I don't have a, I don't know. It doesn't say if 9.8s exist or not, and I don't follow this game closely enough. Looking for over $2,000 now, though.
Next lot. $2,200.
Sold for $2,000 on the nose. Don't apply logic to the Pokemon card collectors' minds. Yeah, it's Lugia attacks, but it's like really? The actual unopened copy? Pokemon Silver 9.4 A+. Low-key, you guys, Ho-Oh has always been better. I've always been a Ho-Oh fan versus Lugia. Like, Ho-Oh is the superior bird. Apparently, I'm just wrong. 9.4 A+ Pokemon Silver pushing to 3,500 here. The comps are... I don't have a WATA comp. I don't have any quick WATA comp. The last CGC 9.4 A++ was like 3,200. Same price. So this actually didn't do much right here on the Pokemon Silver. Sold for basically the same price as the last CGC 9.4 A++, I think.
Fair warning.
Yeah, 3,250 back in July of last year. Pokemon Trading Card Game 9.4 A++ for 1,200. Jesus Christ, the Pokemon games are in my brain, man. 85 later production as well. There's non-foil strip on the left-hand side, so.
Fair warning.
Pushing its weight almost $2,000 on the teal Game Boy Color. The early productions of all the Game Boys just have the little hollow strip on the side, so. I was writing down timestamps somewhere, wasn't I? Oh, here we go.
Fair warning.
There we go. Got to get my timestamp for N64. Welcome to N64, everybody.
$400.
Welcome to N64, everybody.
$600.
Banjo-Kazooie 9.0 A+, pushing its weight almost $3,000. Man, I don't know when I'm ever going to be able to afford one of these. The last WATA 9.0 A was $2,000 last year.
Next lot.
This CGC copy just pushed up to $3,000. That is not good. That is not what I want to see on Banjo-Kazooie. I still wish to buy a copy of Banjo-Kazooie at some point, and I would like the price to not go up higher on it all the time. Banjo-Tooie 9.4 A+, CGC. Lugia is just cooler, unfortunately. Lugia is superior before, but they fucked up the sprite recently and made him fat. Ho-Oh was always better. Ho-Oh is in the first episode of Pokemon, okay? Okay, Ho-Oh is in the first episode of Pokemon. $1,312 for Banjo-Tooie. What was the grade yesterday? VGA 95 or a 90 for like 6,000?
1,000.
Castlevania Legacy of Darkness 9.48 plus. Very cool game on N64. I grew up playing this. I would like to get a copy at some point, but I'm not chasing it. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing this. It'll be there in the future. 9.48 plus, looking for 1,800. Someone just used their cut bid.
$1,500.
Oh, pushing its way to almost 1,800. Only 14.
$1,600.
Only 2 copies are graded higher, out of 14. Only 2 copies graded higher out of 14. This is one of those Konami N64 boxes. It's completely white cardstock. It's very cheap. It's very shitty. It creases super, super, super easy. That's why, like, even finding CIBs of this in nice shape is very difficult.
Warning.
Because these Konami boxes, I think Goemon is the same way. Goemon. Where they're just shit boxes. They crease super, super easy. Just a reason why, like, there's only 2 graded higher. Legacy of Darkness pushing to almost over $2,000 here.
$950.
$2,000 on Legacy of Darkness. Diddy Kong Racing 85 plus. That slippery little guy, hey? That slippery little monkey. Pushing his way to $1,500. How's the stream so far? Have I bought anything? I have not, slapped me silly. Haven't bought anything yet. Did you see how rough the StarCraft 85 Plus looks? The crease on the front middle is scary. I didn't look at it, but I know Star Fox is notoriously an absolute dog shit box. Like, again, finding a mint copy of Star Fox is just like, or Star Fox of StarCraft is like impossible. Yeah, there's a little crease right there on the middle. Little crease on the side, I think. That corner's kind of fucked too, I think. But I like, even on 85, like, I just always expect StarCraft to have issues. It's an incredibly shitty box. If you've ever owned a CIB StarCraft, it is incredibly poor quality. I don't know what makes it so weird, but like, they're all in shit condition. It's just one of those things. Who else talks about cardboard prestige? You love it? Hey, that's what we're doing out here, House the Moose. Those are those little intricate things, man. Like, when you understand that Legacy of Darkness is made different, when you understand that StarCraft has shitty boxes, it lets you better understand, you know, where you should push or what you should fight for.
Fair warning.
Which games are actually going to be rare to find, you know what I mean? In certain conditions, because you understand which games have build quality that better allows them to have certain conditions. Diddy Kong Racing, $2,312 there. Isn't that a lot of money for an 85 plus? Am I crazy?
Next lot.
That feels like a lot of money for an 85 plus on Diddy Kong Racing. Donkey Kong 64, 9.28 plus for 1,300. Gauntlet Legends. This is freaking cool, man. This is the extremely rare version here on Gauntlet Legends that includes this little pewter figure inside. Super rare CIB to get, almost impossible factory sealed. Pushing its way to $3,000. There are 2 copies on the Wada Pop report. Highest grade of the pair. It's very, very, if you are like a full set N64 guy, if you are into N64 collecting, you are aware of the Gauntlet Legends variant, you are aware of how rare it is, this is very, very cool to see at auction. Pushing over $3,000 now. Very, very, very cool to see. We're all numb to it because Gauntlet Legends is so freaking common to find factory sealed. This is the actual chase grail of Gauntlet Legends. Very cool. Still going here.
Fair warning.
If by any way possible it was going to stay super low or anything, I was going to place a bid, but like, I don't know if it's ever sold before. Has it ever come to public auction? Does anyone know?
Fair warning.
Is anyone aware if a sealed one has sold? It doesn't say it's the first time at Heritage Auctions. It doesn't say. Pushing to almost $3,750. Someone just used their cut bid here.
Next lot.
There it goes.
$2,625.
$3,625 on Gauntlet Legends with the variant. That it just super cool. Super cool. Very cool collector's items for those deep N64 guys. Which, you know, I own a CIB of this. I own a CIB of this because I was that guy. It's just fucking cool. Ocarina of Time 9.0A Plus for $2,875. Here's a 9.0A. Buy this copy and you can be just like Get the Greg Games. You want to buy an Ocarina of Time Collector's Edition? You purchase this copy and me and you have the same grade.
Fair warning.
You can be just like this guy. Wow, a 9.0A. What a great copy. $2,500 there, $2,875 for the standard Mario Party 2 VGA 95. This is one of the games I was debating bidding on today. But I was really hoping that the bid was going to stay below $2,000. And instead, check this out. The bid is well over $2,000. What the heck's happening here, hey? May 2025, a VGA 95 sold for $2,400. A 95 Plus sold November 2025 for $3,000. This is as good, as strong of a sale as it possibly could have gotten tonight. Unfortunately, I will not be chasing it tonight. $2,750 on Mario Party 2. Very cool. It's the last one I need to complete my set. But they exist. They exist, right? They exist. So I'm not chasing. I'm being patient. Just is what it is. Ogre Battle 64, VGA 90. This might be up there with highest grade, man. VGA 90 is very nice on this. Pushing its way to almost $3,000. Ogre Battle 64. The last 90 plus back in November of last year was $3,500. The cut bid allows you to cut half of the required bid. So if the required bid right now is $250, if you use cut bid, you will bid $125 instead. It just lets you do half of the required bid right now. I think I'm going to make a little clip of that Gauntlet figure selling at auction. Very cool. I need to pump that. Very cool game. We can make a little clip out of that, I think. Ogre Battle 64, the VGA 90 there, almost pushed to $3,250. Trying to find a higher grade Mario Party. There's no such thing. This is already a 95, man. No such thing as a higher grade Mario Party at that point. I just need to find one that's more affordable. I need to find a cheaper one. Pilot Wing 64, VGA 90. Launch title pushing its way. That's not me bidding. That is not me bidding. That is not me bidding. Yes, you're allowed to do one per item. One per item. So that's when you realize, yeah, I'm using a ghost account. I'm getting coached out here. I'm a ghostwriter, man. Pilot Wings VGA 90 pushing its way.
Next lot.
Another bid came in. Jeez, just at the last second there. The last 90 plus, by the way, sold for $3,250. VGA 95 is almost always going to be better than the CGC 98. It's almost going to be better than the PSA 98. VGA 95s have a really good chance of turning into 10s, actually, Slaycade. So you are in that like 9.8 minimum kind of territory and potential to get a 10. So 95s are like, they're up there with the pinnacle, man. They're up there with as good as it gets. Yeah, get some likes on the stream there. That's absolutely helpful. Thank you, Highlander. I'm glad you called it out for 120 people in here for day 2 as well. You guys. I appreciate it greatly, truly. That's great. Like, fantastic turnout for day 2 of a signature. Fantastic. Yeah. No, that's good. Ask questions, Slaycade. Ask questions. All good, man. I can answer. I can help. VGA 95 and 95 plus are the topmost good stuff. The topmost good stuff out there. So Pokemon Snap 9.2A plus pushing its way to almost 1,700 here. Catching Pokemon is a snap, they say. The last 9.2A plus was 2 years ago for 1,500. Is that right? Surely there's some eBay comps or something though. There has to be some eBay comps. Pushing right now to 1,875 if we get one more bid.
Next lot.
No more bids on Pokemon Snap, 1,750. Pilot Wings, 1,750. I personally think 1,750 for Pilot Wings versus 3,200 for the 90 plus is a good grab. Like, you know what I mean? It's tough to pay a massive premium, in my opinion, when it's a 90 versus a 90 plus, or a 95 versus a 95 plus. I understand you're still getting the better grade game, like I understand, but when the number is the exact same, it doesn't hit the same way. Snowboard Kids, 9.0A++, this is the early production copy with the Von Karman address on the back. I'll show you guys here. I'll show you quick in case you want to check your copy of Snowboard Kids. There are actually two copies, or two variants. So Von Karman is the early print, which right here. 17145 Von Karman Avenue. Very cool, very nice, very early. Sold for 2,750 on the 9.0A plus. Let's go, Snowboard Kids. Jeez, man. Jeez, man. Just seeing if we have comps there. 9.0A plus, May of last year for $1,875. The CGC copy just sold for $1,000 more. It is an A++ versus an A+, but $1,000 price gap. Woof. Very nice. Very nice. Snowboard Kids, VGA 80, also an early production copy here. The 90 plus is worlds better than the 90. 90 is like a nicer 85 plus. 90 plus is like almost a 95. I mean, I'm not going to tell anyone how to spend their money, right? It's the same way, Supyo. I have a hard time with A plus versus A++ too. Because the number is the same, you know? I get what you're saying. I know there's the conditional nuance there. I know there is some separation and everything, but it gets harder for me to chase personally. Also, the VGA 80 almost... Oh, no, now we're close. Holy fuck. How do you feel about this, Supyo? Supyo, how do you feel about this? VGA 80. VGA 80 for 1,600. 9.0 A++ for 2,750. That's a big gap between those two grades right there. Big gap between those two grades right there. Or big price gap. Dang, dude. I don't know, man. I think I'd take the 80. I think I would take the 80 personally. 1,000? You save yourself $1,000 to get an 80 instead? I don't know, man. Star Fox 64 VGA 85. You'll take the 9.0 A++. You'd take the 80. I just like the price difference. Like, you know, if you can save $1,000 there, it's not bad. Not bad, man. It's not bad. Star Fox 64 VGA 85. Beautiful copy here. The last 85 comp I have is from May of 2024 for $2,200. Right now, it's already beating that. Let's go, Star Fox 64. 9.0 might be an 85 plus. 9.0 is probably 85. You're hoping for a lot of cross magic on here. Like, I agree. The VGA 80 is probably not a 9. Like, I agree with you. But, like, again, you're paying, like, 50% less.
Fair warning.
You know what I mean? What did it go for? You have a 9.4 A+ early print. Oof. The 9.0 A++ just went for $2,750. I mean, dude, you're probably like the $4,000 range, $4,500, $5,000. Just depends how much higher someone wants to go on Snowboard Kids. But your 9.4 is nice copy. Star Fox 64 did beat the sale from a couple of years ago. You'll love to see it. Star Fox getting some love. Rogue Squadron 9.6 A++ top copy. Weird that Rogue Squadron doesn't have a 9.8 still. Kind of interesting. Rogue Squadron pushing its way to 1,750 right now. The Star Fox pump is real. Yes. Yes, Bird Call. Everyone saw my video and they thought, holy shit, I need to go buy some Star Fox. Damn, this cat is cooking. I need to get some Star Fox pronto.
Fair warning.
I wanted that video, Bird Call, to get way more views because I think it's really funny once people start like taking it seriously. Sometimes, man, I love leaning into the meme. Like the video game collector ruining the market, the investor, oh my. I love leaning into that meme sometimes. It's just so fun. That is how I feel alive as a 32-year-old YouTuber. This is what my life has amounted to, you guys. Making a troll video on the internet? Oh, that just fills me with fulfillment. That is how I get my kicks. Star Wars Rogue Squadron for $1,937.50. Like I said, highest grade copy. Highest grade copy on the Pop Report still. It might be a record for this game. Might be a record on Rogue Squadron. Because all of the sales are really, really, really bad on Heritage. There might be some eBay comps, but StarCraft 64 also went for $3,750. Yeah, dude, people take that fully serious. Slap me silly, people take it fully serious, even if you make a goofy-ass video like that. So, like, it's just fun. It's just fun, man. Yeah, the villain arc is unfolding. The villain arc is unfolding. You still need 4 Star Fox games for GameCube? Yeah, I still need a bunch too. I don't even like that Slab Bros. I think Rogue Squadron and StarCraft have like the same style of box, I think. Because Rogue Squadron also has a dog shit box.
Fair warning.
Yeah. Might be the same style. Might be the same exact like fiber and everything, but StarCraft is shitty, Rogue Squadron is shitty, that's why a 9.8 doesn't exist. Weird. StarCraft at $3,750, very cool. Stunt Racer, 8.5 CIB. Whoo, 9.9 cartridge, 9.2 manual. Those are mint on the rental exclusive Stunt Racer there. Damn. 2,750, Mario 64 just exploded. Hey, sup, yo. Look at that, dude. We went from 3,400 to 5,000 in the time it took for me to read your comment. What do you mean Mario is low? What do you mean Mario 64 is low, dude? It's almost $7,000. Holy shoot.
Next lot.
All right. $6,250. Yeah, that ain't no 80. That's an 80 plus right there. That ain't just an 80. That's an 80 plus. And that means it's almost an 85. I know, Supyo, I know. I know, I think it was at like 3,600 when you said it. Crazy. Yeah, if I understand the VGA scale properly, this is almost an 85. But an 80, that's basically a 75. That's garbage. Mario 64, 85 plus. This is the Rumble Pack version, the Shindo Pack version. It is the later production copy. Second highest grade out of only 4 they've ever sold. Getting a first print Japanese copy is almost impossible. So the 85 plus here is still pushing its way to 2,000.
Next lot. Bidding is continuing.
Our game collecting is a joke? Ah, dude, we can't even talk about that. We can't even talk about it. Our game collecting isn't even worth the, House the Moose, I saw you arguing with some guy named Pooh Smoothie the other day. You know what I mean? That is the epitome of going on Reddit and rolling in the shit. You're arguing with a guy named Pooh Smoothie on Reddit about video game collecting.
$900.
You fucking lost before you even began, man. There's nothing you can do. It's a different breed over there. $2,000 on the Mario 64 Rumble Pack. Super Smash Brothers 8.5 A plus is juicing? I need more comps. But this is already pushing 4,500 on an 8.5 A plus. It is the early production one there, if anyone cares on that. I haven't seen people get really meaningful on Smash Bros. Isn't yours an 8.5? I would never stoop that low, Trevor. I could never. An 85, an 8.5.
Fair one.
Might as well buy a VGA 70 at that point. You know what I mean? No, mine's a 9. Mine's a 9. I'm just kidding. 8.5 is nice. 8.5 is nice. My Mario Party is an 8.5, matter of fact. But $4,500 for an 8.5 does feel like a lot. It has to do with printed in Japan versus made in Japan. It might be the fiber difference. It's something very minor, Supyo. Maybe a different box coloration. I don't even know if you can see from the outside of the box. I don't remember how they I think Dan did the write-up for it on his modern database account way back. But I don't know if you can actually tell the difference from the outside of the box. So I'm not one to... I think it's a shading difference. I can't remember now. I think this is why a lot of people don't... I think this is why a lot of people don't care much about the two differences in here. Printed in USA is the first print and a bit paler. There we go. You can't really tell the difference from pictures. There we go. Yeah. So it's hard to tell, and I think that's why we haven't seen a big price differentiation on them. At least I don't think we have. I don't even know which one I own. I forget. VGA85 qualified N64. Koala Lala Lolified. VGA 70 Plus actually factory sealed. Actually unopened, sorry. Not factory sealed. An actual unopened N64 with the purple controller. Pushing almost 2,700. What do you think about Road Rash 64 9.4 for 2.4K? Did it sell already? Road Rash 64 for 2.4K sounds high. Like, I know Road Rash 64 isn't very common or anything, but like... But that wasn't in tonight's auction, was it? Where was that?
Next lot.
It's a lot of money to buy a more niche N64 game, is what I'll say. It's just it's a lot of money to buy a more niche game. I get that it's rare and all that stuff, but like...
Fair warning.
I don't like the odds of it aging well, is what I'll say. I don't like the odds of it aging well into the future. N64 full set, N64 interest, all of that stuff would have to uptick quite a bit, I think, for 2.5K to hold out on that. I could be wrong, but that's my opinions on it. Wada has a blog on the differences between the first and second prints of Smash Bros. There we go. There we go.
$400.
Dynastic Hero says I'm wrong. Dude, Dynastic Hero was wild yesterday. Dynastic Hero was wild. IQ is super cool, the Chinese N64. The only reason that IQ means anything to me, and this goes back to the Clint Stevens days, if you Clint fans are back in here, but the IQ and Ocarina of Time runs, any percent, used to always be ran on the IQ. Chinese text was faster, you guys. Chinese text was faster. So every super competitive Ocarina of Time runner, if they wanted to run any percent, had to have an IQ setup. So that's why I know what an IQ is. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. I don't think they still run IQs or anything, but back then, this was the pinnacle for any percent Ocarina of Time runs. You had to have an IQ. You had to play the Chinese version. Chinese is faster. Hopefully, at least some of you guys. Hopefully, some of you guys were deep into the Ocarina of Time any percent speedrunning. Back with fucking Cosmo. Narcissa. Narcissa, right? Cosmo, right? Narcissa and Joven. Jesus. Ages ago, man. Ages ago.
$1,700.
Sent 15 games from the UK to US.
Neil!
Currently stuck at customs for 3 days. Wish me luck. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Dude, 3 days in customs isn't even bad yet. 3 days in customs isn't even bad yet. That's, that's nothing. I'm a Canadian myself. 3 days in customs, that's nothing. They're just giving your box a good shake, That's nothing. You're fine. Here's another 9.9 on Minish Cap. Thank you for the 5 or 2, dude. I genuinely think you're fine so far. If you're in customs for like 14 days, then I'd start sweating. Here's another 9.9 CGC. So, again, right, the 9.9 premium, the last WADA 9.8 A++ sold in November for $3,250. The 9.9 here sold for almost $1,000 less than the last WADA 9.8. And again, this isn't even one of those like WADA versus CGC. You know, okay, we expect the WADA 9.8 to outsell the CGC, but like the CGC 9.9 should be bringing the premium? Should be bringing the noise? Fire Red 9.88 plus player's choice. Yeah, I think a lot of people, Supyo, are now just like, whatever. Like the 9.9 is not holding that same weight. Yeah, super fun lore, Fox McCloud. I'm like big into speedrunning. I don't speedrun anything myself, but I love speedrun content. I've loved watching speedrun games. Like I'm big into it. My, like, you know how people turn on Netflix or they turn on like comfort movies or whatever it is? My comfort stream is just like putting on speedruns. Fire Red 9.8 A plus player's choice is pushing $5,000 for some reason. It's certainly a choice. It's certainly a choice. I'll say that. This is certainly a choice. 5,250 for a 9.8 A plus player's choice Fire Red. Almost sold for as much as a Roger Rabbit. That's almost Roger Rabbit kind of pricing for Fire Red player's choice. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Damn, dude. Leaf Green player's choice 9.8 A plus. Then you have the SP90. I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick right here. This is a good spot. Yeah, okay, yeah, we're good. We're bathroom.
Fair warning. Next lot. $1,100. $1,300. $1,400. $1,800. $2,200. $2,600. $2,000. $3,000. $3,400. $3,000. $3,800. $4,000. $4,200. Fair warning. Next lot. $320. $360. $400. $440. $480. $550. $600. $650. $700. Fair warning.
There we go. What'd I miss? Crazy. It's that simple. Has Charizard on it. Pokemon collector much bid. You ever watch Kaizo runs? Yes. Do you just mean of like Pokemon Kaizo? Or do you mean Kaizo of any other kind of games? Because I'm familiar with Pokemon Kaizo runs for sure. Which I will sometimes watch. Go Hypergrind. VGA 90 tied with one other for the highest graded. Really? Oh. I wonder who else has that VGA 90 out there. I wonder who the fabled collector is that also has a VGA 90 Go Hypergrind. I'm sure he's handsome, charismatic.
$700.
Probably one hell of a guy if I had to guess. Probably one hell of a guy. $3,300. Go Hypergrind. Jeez, man. Expensive. It's a lot of money. It's a Grail. It's Atlas. It's the good stuff. Nintendo Spotlights, welcome in. Greg, you are my comfort stream. Let's go. Heading home from meeting friends at a bar, you are calming. Let's go. Being someone else's comfort stream, man, is like fucking pinnacle of streaming, right?
$900.
Me being the comfort stream for other people is just like the full circle streaming moment, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. The Game Boy 90 Plus Super Mario Bros. 3 Gold console for $5,000 there. Yeah, Go Hypergrind. Are there any kind of comps on this?
Fair warning.
Just an 8.5 B plus all the way back in 2020. Nothing.
$1,200.
Tied with one other of just 3 on the Pop Report. You guys, there's only 3 on the Pop Report, period? That's it?
Fair
I
warning.
graded one myself and it was a 90? Really? That's crazy.
$750.
I'm one of 3. And I'm the highest graded copy, you guys. That's kind of fun.
$800.
I thought more people would have submitted Go-Go Hypergrind over the years. It's always been a grail. That's super weird. Critique you on the Atomic Purple purchase. VGA 70 plus for $2,750 is fine. Like, this is fine, right? It's a fine price. The thing I don't love about it, Jonathan, is that in the Facebook groups, I think it was in Sealed Games Club, you could have bought a VGA 85. I think it was an 85 for 6,000. So
Fair warning.
it's obviously a big price jump, $2,750 to 6,000. You know what I mean? But you're also going from 70 plus to 85. So I love the Atomic Purple myself. I absolutely love it. 70 plus is a little bit low, but like, I get it. It's in a private group. It's not available. Like you can only buy what you see type of thing. But because I saw that one for sale like not long ago, so that's kind of why.
Man, you're out here with these back-to-back long streams. West Bows is also out here.
Does he go with the 1999? Why in the hell are you mentioning West Bausch?
$700.
Why are you mentioning West Bausch?
$1,900.
West Balls getting called West Balls mentioned in a Get the Greg stream is wild, man. That's a wild pull. Wild pull for West Balls.
Fair warning.
Super Mario Galaxy VGA 95 plus mint copy for $3,250. Oof. Is this even good though? The last 95 was $2,500. The 10 sold for $7,500 last year. I mean, if it crosses to a 10, you are in Gravy Town, I think. If it crosses to a 10, you're probably in Tendy Town, but like $3,250, man, that's pretty real. That's a pretty real sale there. Pretty real sale.
Fair warning.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 95 plus pushing its way. Jeez, the special edition there, hey? $3,000 on the 95 plus. Is this like a record on this too? It's got to be close, no?
3,000, 4,000.
95 plus special edition sold August of last year for $2,000. The 95 tonight just sold for 95 plus again, $1,000 more. This might be a record there on Breath of the Wild special edition at $3,000. That might be a record sale. Nintendo Switch 95 plus launch edition. Jesus Christ, man. Tied with one other of this variant for the highest grade. Only 8 people ever graded. Almost what, $5,500 here on a Switch console? $5,750 on a launch Switch.
Sega are coming.
Hamster! Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Sega are almost here. The Sega are coming. We're here. Sega is freaking here, man. We did it. We did it. It took 2 hours. But Sega is here. Yeah, paying that much for the special edition is wild to me too, dude. Very wild to me when you can buy the Master Edition. It's crazy. Thank you for the 20. Hiko, I genuinely like...
Fair 1,700.
I used to watch West Balls a long time ago, obviously, with Smash Melee. And, like, I cheered for West Balls. He was a Falco. Just, like, crazy for you to mention it. Is he streaming again or something? I haven't watched West in, like, years. I also grabbed the protein bar.
Next lot.
I grabbed a, what is this?
$1,800.
Simply Protein.
1,000.
Simply Protein bar. My stomach is, like, killing me here. I'm starving. Wonder Boy 3, The Dragon's Trap, 9.8 A++, only the second time ever offering it, pushing to $4,000 immediately there. You literally mentioned West for no reason? That's crazy.
$3,800.
Wonder Boy in Monsterland went for $2,125. Wonder Boy 3 here is still pushing to $4,700. I think I'm still impressed with this Nintendo Switch sale, man. $5,750 for a launch model Switch. God damn.
Next lot. $1,100.
Wonder Boy 3, 4,750. 4,750, 2,125, and 1,600 on Paperboy to start things off. East, The Vanished Omens, 9.9 A+. Wow. Yeah, these are some crazy Master System games to start here. I'm big on my Sega pump here, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. 9.9 A+ is pushing. The last 9.8 A++ from November 2024 was $2,300. So
Next lot.
this sale right here just went for what, 1,750? Not too shabby. Not too shabby dabby doo.
$480.
Alien Storm is one of only two on the PSA Pop Report. 9.4A on it. First sealed copy ever sold at Heritage Auctions, too. Jesus, man. Pushing its way to 875.
Fair warning.
Breath of the Wild Switch First Edition is the only graded game you own. Look like it fetched a decent price, which is good. I mean, dude. Breath of the Wild First Print and high grade is like they're good. They're really good.
Fair warning.
Really good. It's a good Switch game to own factory sealed.
800.
You used to watch Melee too after about 2014 EVO tournament happened. You found out competitive melee was a thing. You're a Fox main? Hey, there we go. I'm a Falco main. I was a Falco main. I think I got in, gosh, I don't know. 2014 is probably close to when I got in, man. I got in with the Smash documentary. So, like, it was Apex. It was either Apex 2014 or 2015 when I started, like, following Smash. I think PPMD might have won the tournament, Dr. PP. I can't even remember now. Sometime in that era, I got into it. Arcus Odyssey, 9.8 A++. Renovation, great title here. Probably the nicest one sold. Yeah, copy's the highest of ever two that they've only ever sold here. Yep. 9.4 A+ sold last year for shy of $1,000. The 9.8 A++ is pushing over 2,000 here.
Next lot.
Would love to scrape me and Melee. You're gonna get grabbed. We'll do Melee stream eventually here. We will. We'll do a Melee stream. Don't worry. We will.
Fair warning. Next lot.
You have a launch Switch. Do you have it brand new, never opened? Like, this is brand new, never opened here, Sean, so.
$750.
It would cost you about $200, maybe $300 to grade a Switch. It'd be very expensive, but, like, you know, the money's clearly worth it.
$850.
Arcus Odyssey, $2,000 there. Bulls versus Blazers, $1,500. Cheeky boys, 9.8 A++. Highest grade copy ever offered out of only two. Pushing to almost $1,000 here. The echo coming up is from the creator of the game. Yes, Ed Azunia? Ed Anazuna, I don't know how to say his last name.
Fair warning.
Ed Annunziata. Yes, from the personal collection of the creator of Echo the Dolphin. Ed Annunziata. I can't say it. I'm spitting out protein bar. Fuck.
1,000.
It's from the personal collection of the guy. Very, very, very cool Echo game. Do you have anything else from the collection of Ed? Or is it just that one? Hamster. I remember this,
Fair warning.
This came from Joe in the Discord. I'm pretty sure, now this might be sharing too much, maybe, but Joe in the Discord, Foopersley, a lot of you guys will probably be familiar, Foops is friends with Ed, I believe. So, like, he just talks to Ed and stuff. And so this originally came from Joe and Foops, and then Hamster bought it, and now here it is at auction. Very, very, very cool game. Very cool game. Cheeky Boys, $1,500. Chuck Rock, $812.50. If you're wondering about the provenance, oh, he was public about it. Good. Yeah, if you're wondering about the provenance, it is like as ironclad as it can be.
1,400.
Chuck Rock, $812.50. Disney's Aladdin, 9.8 A++ here pushing. Highest graded copy they've ever sold again on Aladdin. The last 9.8 A+ sold earlier this year for $1,000. The CGC 9.8 A++ is already at $2,000.
Fair warning.
Just do a stream matches, you'll fight my Falco.
Next lot. 600.
We'll get there. We'll do Melee stream. Don't worry.
700, 800,
Um,
1,000, 1,000, $1,500, 1,600.
Yeah, Aladdin sold for almost 2x the price of the last WADA 9.88 plus. But I do wonder if it's just a CGC thing, right? Would a WADA 9.88 plus have sold like for more? I don't know. CGC has me questioning everything now with comps and stuff. It's hard now. It used to be very, very close and similar, but now I really wonder how many people are only buying WADA, how many people are only buying PSA, how many people are only buying CGC.
Next lot.
Dungeons & Dragons 9.68 plus there for $2,000. Here's the Echo the Dolphin. Ed and Nunziata file copy from Ed himself, the producer of the game. 9.88 plus. Beautiful. Beautiful. If you want yourself a unique Echo game, like something that's, you know what I mean? Something truly unique and special, like here it is. It's funny how they give pedigrees to whoever, but then an actual copy of some significance has nothing special on it. It has a very small... Hey, milk was a bad choice. You take that back. There is a very small line of text. Let me just zoom in here. There's a very small line of text right here on the label, okay? Look at that. Ed Annunziata file copy. You take that back, sir.
$320, $500.
Echo the Dolphin for $3,000 on the 9.88 plus. Did this sell for more than you bought it for? Hamster? I don't even know what you guys agreed for on price. I just remember Fuchs talks about it. Gain Ground, another renovation title here. 9.9 A++. Nicest copy ever sold out of only 3. Jesus, man. 9.9 A++ pushing to 875.
$700, $800.
It's not an actual pedigree, Datil. It's not an actual pedigree. That's the issue with pedigrees, though, is like, they don't necessarily mean anything. So that copy there obviously has the Ed pedigree, but it's not a CGC pedigree. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? The game has pedigree, but it's not a pedigree.
Fair warning.
It's why pedigrees are kind of dumb overall, though.
$1,500.
Right? Like, or at least a lot of pedigrees are kind of dumb, in my opinion. Very close. If you're selling something other than the hamster, it's going to auction. It's all heading to auction. Gain Ground, the 9.9 A++ for $1,800 there. Echo 3000. General Chaos, 9.8 A+. Pedigree means jack shit? I mean, yeah, kinda. Echo is an absolute favorite of mine, so it didn't survive the cut? What do you mean? Oh, isn't an absolute favorite of yours. Gotcha. Yeah, how many games did you keep now, hamster? Because, geez, dude, you cut down a lot of, stuff. I am curious how much stuff you ended up keeping overall. A lot of nice stuff. I thought Echo would make the cut, honestly. Yeah, the small line of text. You used to not care between the companies until they said the A+ can have big holes. Then no more CGC. The A++, yeah. 1,375 on General Chaos. Gunstar Heroes, 9.9 A++. Highest graded copy ever offered out of just 6. Cult classic, favorite, whatever you want to say on Genesis. Published by Treasure, I believe. Or developed by Treasure. It's a really good game. It's one of those Sega Genesis games where it's like, oh yeah, this shit's just fun. Just a good game. Pushing its way to almost 2,400 here.
Fair warning. $2,200.
This Gunstar is mint. I mean, 9.9 A++, man.
Fair warning.
Beautiful copy. Case pack, fresh, nice.
Next lot.
Pushed its way to $2,500 there. Echo, most Sega Genesis, slap me silly, is extremely difficult to find factory sealed. Extremely difficult to find a lot of factory sealed Sega Genesis. So, Echo is early Sega goodness, but like, you know, a lot of these games are going to be pop 10, pop 20 at absolute most. Sega Genesis factory sealed is just very, very, very rare in general. What do you mean I'm YouTube featured tonight? What's that mean, Lucy? Are we doing even better than usual? The Immortal 9.2A plus. Yeah, this is the only copy graded by WADA. So like, this is what I mean. Almost all Genesis is just very rare factory sealed. You don't trust any sealed Sega games? There's, you know, I used to think the same way as you, Sean Key. Like, I held that notion for a long time because I also didn't trust it. I didn't know enough about it. And I don't know. Like, I own very, very little factory sealed Sega Genesis because of the exact same reason. But there are a lot of tells and consistency with the seals, the plastics, the types. Like, it's more of a science. There is more of a science with Sega Genesis factory seals. Obviously easier to fake. Like, it is easier to fake, right? Obviously. But there are a lot of actual tells and consistencies and nuances, even with it just being like a 3-side seam seal, right? The Incredible Hulk 9.9A plus there, pedigree copy for 1937. That's coming from Ippy Seegert there. The Immortal went for 1750. John Madden Football 92, 9.6A plus plus. We got a message there too, Hamster. I asked you a question. Oh yeah, that Metal Gear Solid, Cal. Are you saying it was cheap for the Metal Gear for 1,250? You kept about 15 to 20 Genesis games sealed, and you bought a bunch of mint CIB to get graded. Wow. Yeah, dude, you cut everything. That's wild. That's wild.
Fair warning.
You bought a fake tube seam Echo once. Jeez.
$220. $340.
It featured means I show up on more people's homepage since it's featured by the algorithm. Let's go. Huge, 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 huge. Make sure to hit the like button. Hit the like button and do that hype thing. Can't you also hype the video? Like, hype, like, hype. Wow, featured. Lakers versus Celtics in the NBA playoffs, 9.4A here. It is a later production, but still just finding any of the Sega Genesis sports games is very tough. Madden, the 9.6A++, Madden 92 for $1,375. Lakers versus the Celtics, pushing up to $550 here. Looks like the last sale might have been $1,000. Might be the same exact copy from August.
Next lot. $300.
Did the copy of Echo come? Did the fake Echo come from California? One dude in California had a fake Echo and like 10 other fakes too. Wow. Yeah, no, I thought that Metal Gear Solid was cheap as well, Cal. I said it yesterday during the stream. If that Metal Gear Solid on NES, it was a 9.4A plus CGC. If it was a PSA 9.4A plus, I personally would have bid on it. But I also personally don't want to buy a CGC one for that cost, because then I have to flip it to PSA. It might not be the same grade. You know what I mean? So I thought it was cheap, man. Did you buy it? Yeah, if you bought it, I think you did good. I think you did great if you bought it. It was cheap for what it was. Good grade. 9.9A plus The Lion King. Highest graded Lion King ever offered. Obviously notorious for being brutally difficult. I did play Lion King growing up. It was one of the very few Sega Genesis I played. I never beat it, obviously. I don't know if I ever even made it to like the midway point of the game. Very rarely I would beat that giraffe level where you have to like get thrown by the giraffes and shit. The monkeys throw you around the giraffes. Sometimes I would beat that level. Sometimes. I have like no memory of anything past that level in this game, and that was probably like level 2. Like just hard as nails, man. Yeah, the Dark Souls of its time, truly. Just hard as nails, Lion King. $2,000 there, 9.9A plus. Yeah, I as a kid, I haven't played it as an adult. Maybe it's easier. You don't think anyone's ever beat level 2? You beat the giraffe level once in your life?
Next lot. $1,000, $2,000.
This protein bar has little coconut flakes on it, and I think I just got coconut flaked. Mario Lemieux, Sega Genesis Hockey, with the actual puck. This is crazy, man. Remember when I talked about Gauntlet Legends with the figure? This is so cool, man. Mario Lemieux Hockey, there were like X amount of copies that it came with the puck. And this puck is actually signed, right?
1,000
Signed by Mario here? Like, this is just, it's fucking cool, man. That is really, really, really cool.
1,100.
Very neat on the Mario Lemieux hockey. Not a great, like, you can get, you can buy a copy of Mario Lemieux's hockey without a whole lot of fanfare, but, like, with the puck and signed and shit, that is very cool. $2,500 there. Very neat. McDonald's Treasureland Adventure, 9.9 A++. Yeah, it was on purpose so I could buy the game. Yeah, it was on purpose there. No one has ever beat Lion King ever. I'm glad we all have the same memories with Lion King.
Fair warning.
I'm glad we all have the same stupid memories.
1,000.
Hey, I'm Canadian, man. I'm Canadian. Of course I think Mario Lemieux's cool. You want me to pull out some Mario Lemieux hockey cards I still have? You want to see some Super Mario cards? You kids think you know Super Mario? I'll show you the only Super Mario that matters. Mario Lemieux. You know, he would have caught Gretzky if not for his health. Treasureland Adventure 9.9 A++ is pushing to almost 2,800 freaking dollars here. Wow, this has to be a new grade, a new record on this as well. Only 5 copies ever sold here at Heritage Auctions. $2,500 on the 9.9 A++. Yeah, that should be an authentic signature on the puck. Yes, should be like very real, signed by Mario Lemieux. Yes.
Fair warning.
Should be. On the back of it? Maybe that front one's fake, but on the back? Something like that. Mercs, 9.8 A+.
Fair warning.
You love Genesis Sealed? Why doesn't this get more love? Sega and Genesis, man, it's just a little bit more niche now. Yeah, the good Hodgkins. I don't know that reference. I've never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've seen clips of it and it looks funny. Like I enjoyed Seinfeld. I'm sure I would enjoy Curb, but I never watched it. Oh, it's very low odds that it's signed. This is just a regular ass one.
$2,800.
I thought this was like
$3,600.
I thought this version was the one with the signed puck. What? This is just a plain ass big box with a plain ass puck?
Fair warning.
Every sealed Mario had the puck. Only 100 of them had it signed. GG's. GG's. Someone got scammed. They got scammed. Mario didn't sign it. It's worthless. It's garbage. Only one signed is known. Jeez. And it's sitting behind you as if. You're a psychopath. Mortal Kombat 2, 9.9 A++ for $1,200. Mortal Kombat 3, 9.9 A++ for $4,200. Wow. You have Sonic 2 uncirculated, but you gave up on Sonic 1 first print? Dude, any factory sealed Sonic 1 would be incredible. The 9.9, once again here, did nothing on Mortal Kombat 2. 9.9 A++ for $1,200. The last 9.8 A++ was $1,100 in September. Once again, just nothing there for the 9.9 premium. I'm just pointing it out, 9.9 A++ on Mortal Kombat 3, though, did pretty damn well at $4,250 in my opinion. Mutant League Football, $625 into Mystic Defender, 9.9 A++.
$650.
What is someone going to do with the $2,500 Ronald McDonald game? Krills, they're probably going to lose money in 2 years.
Fair warning. Next lot. $2,200.
Just give me a second here. Just give me a second. I'm enjoying every single bite.
Fair warning.
I'm gonna choke on the. I'm gonna choke on those coconut flakes.
$420. $460.
Yep.
$480. $500.
Yep. Let me rinse that around a bit.
$500. $600. $650. $700.
All right, we're back. Mutant League Football, yeah, the 9.4 A+ with the trading cards inside for $625. This is one of the highest graded copies of Mutant League Football, isn't it? This right here is a Phantasy Star 2 Sega Marketing Development Prototype PCB.
850, $900.
Built on an official Sega Mark test board and populated with multiple hand-labeled EEPROM chips. From the personal collection of Ed Samrod. Oh, this is the guy who had the other prototypes. The editor-in-chief of Electronic Gaming Monthly. The same guy who had all of those Atari prototypes and stuff.
$1,100.
You said you're a Falco main. That's a coincidence. You're gonna get grabbed into oblivion. Oh yeah, you're Marth, right? You're Marth. You're Marth. I'm so glad you're a Marth. My brother played Marth, so it's like one character where I actually know the matchup really well. I actually know the Marth matchup like really well because my brother played Marth. If you were like a Peach or something, man, I would have no fucking clue what to do. But like, I played a lot of Marth in my time. I'm gonna be, God, I'm nervous to play you guys in Melee. I'm nervous to play you guys in Melee. I'm gonna be just dusty and rusty. I need to just put it off forever. Now I take it back. We're never playing Melee. We're never playing Melee. 9.68 plus on Phantasy Star 4. The Phantasy Star 2 prototype did sell for $3,000. Yeah, we'll do a net play stream. We will.
Next lot.
We'll do a net play stream. I think this week I might be able to stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we might be able to just beat Elden Ring this week. If we can get live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to beat Elden Ring fully, then we can start doing whatever the fuck we want, right? We got to get Elden Ring out of the way. Then we can start experimenting. Phantasy Star 4, the 9.68 plus for $3,250. Feels good. Yeah, this beat the old sale. April 2025, $2,800. Beat the April 2025 sale. Phantasy Star 4. Phantasy Star fans, where are you at? Ren and Stimpy is a 10. Holy shit. Is this like one of the only 10s that exist for Sega Genesis, period?
Next lot. 1,000.
Like, there can't be many 10s on Sega Genesis, period. $2,750 for Ren and Stimpy Invention. You won the prototype, hamster. That's very cool, dude. That's very cool. Cycling some of that other stuff into the prototype. I just don't think they give out 10s. I'm so scared I forgot to say Melee. Yeah, why aren't I saying Melee? Rise Star at 10. Jesus. How many 10s are on the pop report? Rise Star 10 pushing its way to $3,750. Someone give me the stats. How many 10s are out there?
Fair warning.
Rise Star in a 10 here. The last 9.8 A++ was last year for 2,000. So the 10 did get a premium, right? Like 2,000 versus 3,500. There is a premium there, but it's not that exciting. You know what I mean? It's not that exciting of a premium there. And it might just be because Rise Star is too niche to begin with. But still, I think it's a record sale on Rise Star at $3,500 for the 10. Road Rash 2, 9.9 A++. $4,375. Jeez, man. Shining in the Darkness, 9.6 A+. A lot of this Genesis seems to be doing really good. A lot of this, yeah, there were the 2 cases. 2 cases of this game was found last year or 2 years ago. An old Nintendo Age guy found 2 cases of Rise Star, so 12 mint copies. And they were graded and distributed, blah, 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 blah. Obviously, Hamster got a copy. There was someone else in the Discord who got some copies. Here it is, though, $3,500.
Next lot.
The 10 on Sonic is a classic edition, I believe, Food Dye. I believe. Did you get the entire cases, Hamster?
$200.
I didn't know if you bought the whole copies. Of the 9 copies, 1 of them got a 10. Wow. Shining in the Darkness, $1,300. Sonic and Knuckles, 9.6 A+. Very cool. The last 9.6 A+ CGC copy was November 2024 for $2,000. Well, $1,875. So here goes the WATA $1,875 right there. 9.6 A+. One more bid and it outsells from November 2024. Trevor, that's what I'm saying, man. Even though it's Genesis and it should be easier or whatever, like 10s don't exist on it, man. I think it's because the seals are so prone to ripping or corner pokes or whatever it is, right? 9.8 A++ tube seam first print Sonic 2. Whew, very nice.
$700.
Very nice. I don't have any quick comps on a 9.8 A++ Sonic 2, but like pushing over $2,000 here.
Fair
You worked a trade with the guy. You had some Mint Saturn CIBs he needed and some cash. What the hell was that guy's Nintendo AG name again now? Was it OG CIB? No. What the hell was the guy's name? I don't need his real name. I just need his online handle.
Warning.
He entered the Discord for a little bit, but he didn't stick around. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, that was a big find. Rystar cases. Rystar cases in this age, in this year. Nuts.
Fair warning.
The Tube Seam Sonic 2s are sick and should be more. I agree fully. I agree with you fully. Funny enough, sup, yo.
$800.
That's why I bought one at the Goldin Elite auction. Like, I just bought myself the 9.6 A++ at the Goldin Elite because I agree with you. It's too cheap. They just should be worth more. It's fucking Sonic 2, man. You're telling me first print Sonic 2 is like $700 for a 9.6 A++? All day. All day. So I finally upgraded from my second print to a first print. So,
Fair warning.
fantastic. Street Fighter Champion 2, 10 from the Ippy Seegert. Jeez, man. 4,250.
$800.
Streets of Rage 2, 9.9 A+. I don't think anyone played Sonic 3, though. You know what I mean, Trevor? Like, I don't think Sonic 3 has that same gamer interest, collector interest, because I think Sonic 3 was like people played it, obviously, but you know what I mean. Streets of Rage 2 from the Ippy Seegert collection, 9.9 A+, top copy ever sold. This is cool, man. This is really cool. The highest price ever on Streets of Rage 2 is $21,000 from January 2022. So we can ignore that one. Ignore that one. But the other 9.8 A+ that sold was in May 2024 for just shy of $7,000. So like $8,000 here, over $8,000. That's very good for the 9.9 here. It did beat the last WATA 9.8 A+ that happened, what did I say, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago?
$480.
Pretty fucking cool to see, man. Streets of Rage 2 is just, it's just dope. That is just dope. Sunset Riders 7.5A. Never sold one, only 2 on the pop report.
Fair
Jesus. Yeah, it's sold on Super Nintendo, never on Genesis yet.
Lot.
Sold for fuck all. $750, boys. I can't help but feel that we all had higher expectations there. Streets of Rage 2 probably should have been yesterday. I agree with you. Streets of Rage 2 probably should have been yesterday. Sunset Riders for $750. Like, yeah, it's a 7.5A, but it's impossible. But it's just not that exciting of a price. I don't know if the grade was too low. I don't know if people wanted to... You know what I mean? Super Monaco GP 9.8 A++. Just sold for $1,625. I think this is down. Yeah. No, that's all the way from November 2023. 2280 versus 1625. Yeah, it's down, but you know what I mean. It's been like 2.5 years. Super Street Fighter 2 9.9 A++ for $1,200. Man, this Ippy Seegert collection here. This is This is an old game store, right? That's what this pedigree is. That's what a lot of the pedigrees are. Old game stores that shut down, you know, they had old supply. That's what Ippy Seegert pedigree is. But within there, there's some really nice Sega Genesis stuff. Like, this stuff is nice, man. Superman Sunsoft go 9.8 B plus for $1,875. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters 9.9 A plus. Whew. Very nice. Sunset Riders had moisture damage. Really? If that's the case, that might be why. This might be why people avoided it. That's a good... Oh! Ooh! Ah! Eee! Ooh! Ooh! That's a tough one, man. That's tough. This is like almost getting into the level of molding. You know what I mean? Like... I kind of take back what I said, man. This is... I understand why this didn't get much bid. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Teenage Mutant Ninja Tournament Fighters, $2,000. Theme Park, 9.8 A++. First time selling it here. Highest grade across any of the pop reports. Pushing to $1,000. 9.8 A++. Original release of Theme Park on Genesis. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about Theme Park. The Theme Park is yours. You played it on Sega Channel back in the day. You'll probably never see another one. Yeah, I'm almost surprised you got rid of it. Because, you know, it sold for $1,000, which isn't bad, but you had to have expected that this wouldn't be a really big bidding kind of game. $1,000 on Theme Park. Tommy Lasorda Baseball. Lasorda sold for nothing. Guy's got jokes. $1,218 for Tommy there. Tony La Russa. All the Tonys are coming out. 9.8 A+ here. With the first round sticker, early production copy.
Next lot.
Tony La Russa selling for $275. Jesus Christ, man. I think that's the lowest. I think this is the lowest selling copy of the day. A CGC pedigree does not mean more valuable, no. Not as a blanket statement. There's possibility, Paulie, that it might, but there's also possibility it might not. Like, it depends what the pedigree is, and if the buyers actually give a shit about the pedigree. So, you know, it's neutral or a good thing, usually at minimum, but it's not like, oh, that's a pedigree copy and that's not a pedigree copy, so the pedigree's going to... It's not really like that. Truxton is a 9.9 A++. Highest grade copy ever sold. A really fun game, too. I've actually had the opportunity. I think I own a CIB Truxton, so 9.9 A++ here, pushing its way to almost $1,600. If you are a fan of Genesis and stuff, like that is just, it's cool as fuck for $1,500. Can pedigree decrease the value? Like, not really. You know what I mean? Like, not really. An absolute worst case, right? If you buy a pedigree game and you fucking hate it, you can recase it for $30. So that's why I say it's neutral to beneficial. Yeah, the Epstein collection. nothing but Sega Genesis games found over on Epstein's Island. Wow, what a collection. Yeah, Truxton should be worth a lot more, dude. I agree with you 100%. Truxton should be worth a lot more. It just... I feel like the people who truly love this stuff aren't also the people who are like chasing after the highest grades in these kind of games. So you just don't see the kind of price separation that you otherwise should. Because yeah, like let's say a 9.6 A+ came to auction. Is it really going to sell for that much different of a price than the 9.9? You know what I mean? I feel like it would kind of sell for the same price.
Next lot. $850.
So you just don't get that same kind of buyer, that same kind of collector. Spider-Man Separation Anxiety, 85 plus for $1,500. Zombies Ate My Neighbors, 9.8 A+ for $2,000 there. Some Zambies. A CIB Truxton is only like $100 to $125. Is that it? I thought Truxton was in the 200s these days. Damn.
$1,100.
Knowing that Truxton is only like $100, I don't even want to sell mine, man. Jeez. Shining Force CD, 9.6 A+. Only one is graded higher, only 9 graded total, pushing $1,500 here. The last 9.8 sold for $3,250. So hopefully the 9.6 here can at least get halfway to the 9.8 price, which would be one or two more bids.
Fair warning.
One or two more bids and it would be right there. You feel like sellers might overvalue the pedigree? Sellers might see the gold label and think they're holding on. Okay, so with the pedigree stuff with CGC specifically, and I've said this many, many times, I like this label way better. This is a way nicer label. This looks way better, in my opinion, than the blue. So for myself, I might bid a few extra dollars to get the pedigree label instead of getting the blue label. And that has nothing to do with what the pedigree is, and it has everything to do with the design of the label. With PSA, it's the exact same, so it doesn't matter. But with CGC, and for me specifically, I will bid a little bit more for the gold label. I will. I like it better. I think it's nicer. Shining Force CD, $1,750. Snatcher Prototype.
Fair
Sorry,
warning.
just getting this retainer fitted on nice. Snatcher prototype here
Next lot.
for Sega CD. Why is it only $2,100? Isn't this cheap? $2,100 for a Snatcher prototype? It just feels cheap to me for such a renowned... Like, this is the grail of Sega CD. You know what I mean? Just kind of feels cheap. Die Hard Arcade, 10A++. The issue with creating a pedigree is you are potentially letting on you have multiple copies.
$3,000.
No one likes the baby blue. It's contentious. I mean, let's be honest though. PSA's red isn't doing any favors either. Castlevania prototype was only $3,000 recently. Protos are just niche. Yeah. It feels like those kind of items default where with the right exposure, with the right influencer, whatever, right? With the right kind of push behind them, prototypes could genuinely be like 5 times more expensive than they are. The prototype is the final and says the date on it is after the retail. Really? The date is after the retail copy. Okay, I get it. You bought a PS1 game from eBay with a pedigree, you cracked the case, got a higher grade, and sold it for more money.
$1,300.
So that's why you personally didn't bid on it. No, that makes perfect sense. Thank you for sharing, Supio. I don't know how to read a lot of the information and shit on these, so like... And, yeah. When I'm live, it's hard for me to go deep into details. So I thank you for pointing it out that this is a final production and dated after retail. It is still very cool, but I understand why yourself and others might not go for it. Die Hard Arcade, $3,500, $1,875 for Oasis. This is the second time Die Hard has come up, no? Yes, Die Hard Arcade. Last sold for $4,000. Now it's sold for $3,500. Legend of Oasis, 9.98++ for $1,875. Shining Force 3, 9.88++. Are these yours, Hamster? Did you buy these all from that insane auction and now you're like reselling some of them? Legend of Oasis sold for less money? Because I remember so many of these from that insane...
Next lot.
All of these Sega Saturn games came from a guy who was like working on the assembly line or something, and that's why they're insanely high grades. Yeah, sold for $1,750. This or different copy on this one. Those have to be from the same copies. Those are yours, and you did okay. Yes, okay, that makes sense. I figured it had to be, man, because those grades on those games just don't exist. I see it took a small haircut. Took a small haircut on a couple of them there, but like not bad, but you know what I mean. Legend of Zelda Faces of Evil, $2,125 for the 9.48+, and Wand of Gamelon, 9.8A++. Barely getting a premium at all, actually, versus Faces of Evil. $2,100 for a 9.4, $2,300 for a 9.8. Here's Shadowgate, Beyond Shadowgate, 9.8A+ for TurboGrafx CD. Those games just missed the cut when you made your decision. Jeez, man.
$900. $950.
What are you saying? The tall boxes are early prints? Which tall boxes, sorry? These should both be second prints on these, Trevor. If you're talking about these. These should both be second prints.
$1,300. $1,500.
Some of the other things you sold tonight, you got way cheaper, so it all evens out. Yeah, I'm glad it's all coming out in the wash. I'm glad it's all coming out in the wash. This Beyond Shadowgate, 9.88+ is pushing. So CGC, I think, makes this really easy because they label them as -2. Right? Like right here. 3168118 -2. So CGC actually makes it easy on these. But yes, at the bottom right here, if you have no text, isn't no text is the reprint and text is the first print?
2,200.
I can't remember. I thought these were the second prints here. Am I crazy? Am I backwards? I might be ass backwards, man. I always thought the -2 meant it was the second print. I could be tripping ass too. Now I don't know. What's real? What's not real? I don't know. I thought finding them with text at the bottom was first print versus second print. Someone find it out. Someone go deep. Someone go dive deep on it, man.
3,000.
What's the first print? What's the second print? Because there are 2 definitive prints on these Zelda CDI games, as stupid as it is. Beyond Shadowgate is still fucking pumping, man. Once again, a game that I didn't realize is nearly as rare, as expensive as it is. This is crazy. Only copy on the Pop Report. VGA has never graded a copy. Turbo Graphic CD pushed its way to 4,250. Group lot of 5 Turbo Graphic 16 EEPROM evaluation boards. Those are games that make sense to just keep them sealed in those slabs. No one should ever have to play those turds. Dude, I agree. Dude, I agree fully. And I'm also the kind of guy who bought those games for my own collection. I also bought those for my own collection, man.
3,200, 3,400, 3,600.
The hockey, the goalie that I signed in Hockey Fantasy lost tonight, so that is just fucking terrible. You'll love to see it. We might be okay anyway, though. I think I'm okay anyway. I hope I'm okay anyway. Man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Projected to win by 17 right now. It ends tomorrow. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I really got to win $200, you guys. I need to get to the hockey finals. It's very important stuff. Nah, what are you saying? Text also says -2, so that's not it at least? There are more than 2 prints. What do you mean? Oh, the text also says -2. Oh, so you're saying that's absolutely useless information from CGC. Are you telling me CGC put useless information on their label? No way. They did? That's crazy. They've never done that before. That's so crazy, man. Wow. TurboGrafx 16 games here are pushing to $12,000. They're still going, pushing almost 12,000. Look at the back of Wand of Gamelon at the bottom. These are boards for Ninja Spirit, Legendary Axe, Pac-Land, Moto Rotor, and JJ and Jeff.
$10,000.
Pre-production, development use. I just don't know enough about it. Like they're, you know. Oh, we're not interested in if it's a 9 or a 9.8 or not. We're interested in the variant. We just need to know what freaking variant it is, man. We just need to know what variant it is.
$11,000.
Got a little bit of shit up there in the corner. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No issues. Pushing their way to almost $13,000 now. Crazy. You wouldn't even want to display these on a shelf? These are not... I just said prototypes should be more expensive.
Next lot.
Right? I literally just said these should be more expensive. So, like... $12,500. Yeah, to me, they aren't attractive.
Fair warning.
But, like, geez, dude. $12,500 for the 6 of them. Welcome into PS1, everybody. We are 13 games away from the end of the auction. Wow. I will say, overall in this auction, and maybe it's just, you know, because of what games we had and because Hamster was selling a bunch of stuff that just kind of sold not long ago, but I think there was way more up and down on day 2 today than there was on day 1, actually. Generally, I think I would say that day 2 is like the consistent day and all of this stuff is a lot more static and, you know what I mean? But day 2 has had a lot of opportunity here. There's been a lot of stuff that's comping lower when we do quick checks and stuff. There's a lot of stuff comping higher as well. Just a lot more up and down and all over today than it usually is for the day 2 results.
Fair warning.
You believe the no text box is the earlier one because the one with the shorter right side also has text, implying the text was added later. Later release CDI games all have CDI text in the bottom right. That's why you thought no text was earlier. You haven't thought about this in years. So we're getting 2 people saying that the no text should be earlier. In which case, both of these are no text. In which case, both of them might be the early prints. Does PSA label anything? Do we get a CDI pop report from PSA? We probably don't, right? Why would we? For the 6 games they've ever graded?
Fair warning.
No, we don't get a CDI.
$2,200.
I don't know what WADA puts on their label. Chrono Cross 90 Plus is still going here. The last 90 Plus sold back in November for $2,000. This copy right here is pushing up to $2,600.
Fair warning.
There we go. There we go. You've always heard that Sega shipped their games unwrapped and it was the retailers who sealed them to prevent theft. No. That's some bad misinformation out there, Sean Key. Some bad misinformation out there. Like,
warning.
European Sega games weren't sealed, but
Next lot.
North American, they were all factory sealed. All sealed at factory. There's like 2, 3, 4 different kinds of seals that were used. It's all documented stuff, you know? Like I said, there's a lot of nuance and there's nuance and such about Sega seals, but they were absolutely all sealed, yes. Chrono Cross, $2,750. If you're talking about North American, they were sealed, yes.
$750.
Chrono Cross had a big sale. So again, right, with the up and down here, it's like, geez, man. Chrono Cross just did great. $700 higher than its last sale. Final Fantasy VIII, $937.50. Final Fantasy IX, 9.88 plus. Pushing its way to almost $1,000 here. You hit your high-end goal for the auction. Here comes the tip. Oh, God, he's bringing out the monster in his pocket. Holy crap, right before the end of the auction. You're very surprised overall the market of buyers showed up for this. Crypto is down, stock market is down, a lot of uncertainty going on, and the secular group paid up for the most part. Dude, I literally said, like, me and Hamster were just talking yesterday about the results of the auction. Same exact thing.
Fair warning.
Is like, now, it's going to happen eventually, right? It has to happen eventually. The buck has to stop eventually. But the macro economy right now is not hitting collectibles yet. Games are still doing pretty damn good at this auction. Pokemon's obviously still going fucking crazy.
Fair warning.
Stocks are tanking. Crypto's stanking. Gas prices have never been higher. Like, everything sucks for everyone, right? Everyone sucks right now. Everything sucks. But collectibles. But have you guys heard of sealed video games? Have you guys heard of Pikachu wearing a hat?
Next lot.
It's bizarro world, man. It doesn't make any sense right now. All indications, all common sense would say that, like, it has to come down, right? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, dude.
Thank
Hamster.
you, sir. I greatly appreciate all you do for the hobby and for showing up today.
Holy shit, dude. Hamster. Like, thank you. Just thank you, man. Thank you. It's huge. It's huge. Huge. Like, you didn't have to give me anything else, you know what I mean, for the whole freaking thing, but, like, huge. Thank you so much, man. I'm really happy to hear that your auction went well for you. Your overall results were good. Like, huge. You're making money. I'm making some money. Hey, everyone's winning, I guess, eh? Everyone's out here winning tonight. You'll love to see it. Yeah, freaking dominoes for days, Fletch. Dominoes for days. That's insanity.
Fair warning.
Today's stream brought to you by Hamster. Persona 2 is an actual early print, by the way. It actually does have the security seal at the top. This is one of those games that was reprinted in like 2006. So they got rid of the security seal by then. So your actual early prints of Persona 2, and there are a few other games like this, have the security strip on top. A real early production copy. $1,000 on Persona 2. FYI, you liked your own comment. You should. You have to be your biggest fan, man. You have to be your biggest fan. Hamster running the wheel of money. I mean, the cash out on this auction has to be...
$600.
I'm just trying to think of some of the things you sold. I mean, not counting fees or anything, just end prices. $120,000? I don't know all of what's yours in this auction, though. But that might be too high.
$1,200.
$105,000. $105,000 is what I'll say was your collection in this auction. But like I said, I don't fully know what was all yours. Yeah, spill the beans, bruv. Gucci tank top in the shopping cart. Oh, yeah, he might have BP coming back, Trevor. It'd be 0% at minimum. Yeah, he might be getting a discount on BP. So, he might be grandfathered in, right? Like, there's, like, he's a big guy out there. The Hamster's been making moves for a lot of years. Valkyrie profile, VGA 90. Huge NX RPG for $1,500. Alpha Warrior Dreams for $1,750. Parasite Eve for 9.98 plus for $1,250. Final Fantasy X 9.88 plus pushing to almost over $4,000 immediately here. Squaresoft. Kind of cheap on Valkyrie Profile. I don't know if Valkyrie Profile sells for all that much anymore, Trevor. The last VGA 90 was $1,900 last year. This just sold for $1,500. Yeah, okay. Okay. No, yeah, you're right. It's down. It's down a bit. Down a bit from its last Heritage sale from last year. Can't complain with that, right? Can't complain. Final Fantasy X, 4,350. Just a few more games to go here, and we are all done for another Heritage Signature auction. Kuon, 9.88 plus. Pushing its way to 2,750. I'm winning it. I'm going to win myself a Kuon tonight, guys. The last 9.88 plus.
$3,200.
This account just won Kuon. There's a few people who might have just bid on that, but this account did just win Kuon. I'll find out after the auction who won it. But this account just won Kuon. Halo Combat Evolved 9.6 NS. I don't want it, Fletch. I don't want Kuon myself. But someone in this close circle just won Kuon. It's a cool game, 2,650 there. Cool game, 2,600. Old Fireworks, it was you. It was you grabbing Kuon.
$800.
I didn't know you were also using this account. Holy frick. All of us are just bidding on this, hey? All of us are bidding on this account these days. That's so funny. It makes it a lot easier, at least, Trevor, to all have. I don't know if I could throw the addresses on and stuff and have it, but it's just way easier to use one account. We all middleman with the same guy, Jonathan. So if I want to bid on something, you know what I mean? If he bids on something, then it just gets paid for. It goes to the middleman and bingo bango, right? We're all set.
$4,400.
It just helps avoid everything. It just makes life a lot easier. So every now and then you'll see me bid on something and like yeah, telling Carl about this scam. Fraud, money laundering. Okay, this is, you guys might think differently here. This is a 9.6 NS, right? So it has the seal right here. You can see it very faintly. It still has, it still has the sticker on the right-hand side of the case, but it doesn't have the shrink wrap anymore, right? There's no shrink wrap on this game, but it does have the sticker. So it's a 9.6 NS, which means no seal. This is very rare to find on games that actually came factory sealed. This doesn't like, it's a very weird middle ground, right? Not quite sealed. There's no seal grade, but not opened, obviously.
$6,000.
What kind of premium would you personally pay for this? What kind of chase would you personally do? This 9.6A Plus is still pushing almost to $7,500. Right? Like, we're still pushing like $7,000 here for it. Yesterday, the retail 9.8A Plus, an actual sealed retail copy, was what, $8,000? Personally, there's no fucking world where I'm buying a 9.6 NS for almost as much as a 9.8 A Plus black label retail. There's no world. I don't care about this not for resale, internal launch team copy. Like, that is crazy to me, personally. But you guys might feel differently. It still is sealed with the sticker on the side, like I said. Minecraft is 9.6A Plus first print copy. If any of you guys don't know Minecraft, you just check the back of the case. The easiest way is right here. Includes a 2-day gold trial to play online with your friends. If you have the 2-day trial, you have a first print copy. The other ones say, go buy yourself one, right? It says, go buy a Xbox trial. So, Minecraft 9.6A Plus pushing almost $2,000. A recent eBay comp on Minecraft was only 1.3K. But you could also You could also regrade this. Yes, maybe. Why would you buy a trial? You know what I mean. Go get yourself an Xbox Live account, is what they're telling you on the other one. You know what I mean.
Fair warning. Next lot. $3,000.
Minecraft going for $2,125. You just sold your VGA 85 for $1,750. These all kind of seem within the same prices there. These all seem like they're all within the same prices there, so makes sense to me. Makes sense to me. Just kind of around that 2K range. Someone said scratch Miyamoto on this. Yeah, this sold before too, right?
The auction is now
This just sold not that long ago. I remember this Pac-Man advertisement or whatever. Sold for like $3,750 this time around? What the hell is it here? Greg Winters Pac-Man. I can probably just type that in. I want to know what it sold for last time. I want to know if the artwork is actually going up with some of those artwork sales we saw the other day. Pac-Man leads the way. Last sold for $4,000. Last sold for $5,700. Why doesn't it have its frame anymore? Did he do multiple? There's no way he did multiple of these. Why doesn't it have the cool frame? Look how nice it looks in a frame. Where's the nice frame? There it is. Fuck, that should have been picture one, man. That should have been the lead picture. No wonder it sold for $1,000 less. They didn't think they were getting the frame included. An absolute 17. It sold $2,000 less than last year. $2,000 less than last year. Fuck me, eh? Not too good. Even on some artwork. I tell ya. A nice frame is genuinely like $500. The frame matters. It genuinely looks like this is the picture they used, right? Like that's the picture, but it could have been this picture. It genuinely looks a lot better, you guys. It genuinely does. I don't know if it's a $2,000 difference, but like, you know, it matters. Either way, Pac-Man leads the way with a $2,000 loss to close out the auction. Wow. Wow, oh wow. I think, yeah, we won. What else was won? There's something else there. Bid on the Grand Theft Auto, bid on Crash Bandicoot, bid on Spyro. Was it just Kuon? Just Kuon. Kuon was the only win, and it was from Old Fireworks Collector. Old Sam Sarah bought himself a freaking Kuon. Of course you did. Of course you did, you PS2 psychopath. You crazy ass motherfucker. Of course you did. Right? Of course you did. That would never happen at Goldin Auctions. No, they would make sure you're getting they would make sure you're getting a super nice frame included. Goldin Auctions. Look, if you want to talk to me after the auction, okay? Talk to me after the auction. Just talk to me after the auction. I can get you hooked up. I know a guy. You already have some Kuon, but why not another one? Hamster, do you want me to tell the total or no? I assume you don't want me to say the total out loud. So, if you don't want me to share the total, I will not. But you did good. You did good. You did good. You did good. You done good, kid. You done good. It's exciting. Very exciting. I will say I made my guess at like $100,000 there. The total's above. The total's above that. The total is above that. Yeah, yes means share, no means share. Yeah, he had a good auction, you guys. He had a good auction. So, you love to see it. You love to see it. I appreciate the tip, man. I appreciate being here, seeing you selling off like frickin' almost all your collection as it sounds. So, the big hamster auction. Yeah, that dude's having the juiciest lobsters, man. The juiciest lobsters. The finest champagnes. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. The biggest items at the auction, if you didn't see yesterday, Resident Evil for 125,000, Miyamoto for 87, Punch-Out for 45, Stadium Events for 45, and the Red Text Blue for 42.5. Wow. Golden Axe was the highest item that Hamster did sell at 27,500, followed by Final Fantasy VII at $25,000. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful games. So there you go, right? Just those two games alone was 52,500. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Would you guys rather have a mint first print Pokemon Blue and a cool Punch-Out prototype, or Miyamoto's autograph? Dude, default gen, it's kind of crazy seeing the art guys and like the Japanese culture guys talk about how significant and how important like this kind of sketch is. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. Some people, like, truly, this is the pinnacle of what you can get. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. 87,000 is crazy to me too, but I just don't know. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 did fine. Final Fantasy 3 did fine. It was fine. It didn't pop, it didn't explode, but it did fine. You gotta go find the underbidder on the Final Fantasy 7. Yeah, seriously, man. I already saw that Title Dreams raised the price of his copy on eBay too. But what significance does it have? Is it just something he drew for a fan or interview or something? Again, I don't know enough, like, about how these are given or where they are or something, but I guess with Japanese culture, with shikishi boards and stuff, these people don't just create them for, like, interviews or for a retail or anything like that. They're made for close friends, given to people, like, you know what I mean? Usually they're only created and given to someone else who matters. And then the only way it will hit the market is, like, maybe that person dies, or you know what I mean? Now, I don't know how true that is or how much significance there is there, anything about this. It's a new market for me too. I'm learning as I go, but I'm just... how many of these sketches even exist by Miyamoto? I have no freaking idea. Obviously, we've never seen one sold here at Heritage before, I don't think. So, I don't know. His signature itself is worth like $5,000 to $10,000, I think. So, like, I get it. The most well-known, renowned, world-famous person at Nintendo. That frickin', you guys saw the, yeah, that is a correct assessment on the Shikishi, not done for general public. Yeah, so they are, like, impossible kind of find type thing. Because look at that Sugimori. Did you guys see what that other one sold for? The Ken Sugimori? One of the Pokemon illustrators. One of the original Pokemon illustrators from, like, 1996. His Shikishi board from yesterday sold for $600,000. Right? This is a 1998 Ken Sugimori Pokemon illustrator for $600,000. A drawing plus signature. Right? Like, we are talking about an entirely different world of, like, wealth, money, chase, people who are into this. It's kind of nuts. Imagine if Miyamoto had a Pokemon on it, I guess. Milk! I appreciate you coming out, dude. Have a good rest of your day. So, I don't know. It's not a lot of, like, I don't know a lot about art. I don't know a lot about signatures. I don't know a lot about Japanese culture and Shikishi boards and stuff, but they sell for a lot of money, man. And it's a very, very interesting, it's very interesting seeing it. It's very interesting to see. I assume they're going to hold up in value pretty well. Like, I assume they would, but I don't know. I don't know. It's all brand new to me. It's new stuff to me. So I just, I'm trying to learn as I go as well, right? We're all just trying to learn as we go with that kind of stuff. But now at least I have an expectation or a gauge of what to expect if we ever see a sketch and signature again. For $1,000, yeah. Never mind him breathing. Like, how much for Miyamoto to spit on me, right? What can you do for $100, Miyamoto? Like, God damn, I can't afford your artwork, but what can I get for $100? But on that note, you guys, that's day 2 signature done. That's another signature auction in the books. I don't know if I'll be live for the next one. I genuinely don't know. I don't know. Maybe. It's a maybe. It's a very solid maybe. The next one will probably be in 3 months, maybe 4 months. That will take us to June, maybe July. If it takes place in July, I'm gone. I won't be here in July, so if the next one hits in July, I'm not here. Whether I want to be or not, I won't be here in July. June, I could maybe stream it. We'll see. You should be got some nutty stuff coming up. When's it going to be, Evan? Is it June or July? I'm going to be away almost all of July on a vacation. I've heard some rumors in the grapevine, Evan, that the July Siggy is going to be crazy. Or June. June 12th. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here. I'll be here. We might be live. We'll have to see. If you have some stuff selling, it's worth it to reach out and Greg and just sponsor him going live. It's a win-win. I greatly appreciate you, dude. Truly. Greatly appreciate you, man. So, all right. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You have stuff for the signature? No, go to Goldin Auctions. Like, Jonathan, no. Jonathan, no. Stop what you're doing. Like, no. This is all gone awful. Like, I gotta log off right now. I delete the VODs. Delete the VODs. Like, oh no. Stop. These results were bad. Boo. Boo, heritage results. Boo. Bad. No, boo. Oh, God. All right, guys. I'm going to go get some food. Have a great rest of your night. And we'll talk again on Tuesday. We'll debrief on Tuesday for some thoughts and everything we think. We'll do a little debrief. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Congrats to buyers and sellers. Have a good night, guys.